Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Curtis.
Hello.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 185 of Shooting the Shelf. Right here on this place and time where we're at in the current moment. Or if you're watching this later, you're in the future and we're in the past and we're connected. Just like that movie, The Lake House, that I never saw. Anyway, we're here tonight and we've got not one, not two, not three, but wait, is it four? Yes, four guests.
Yeah, that's
four. So that's two twos. So
bring a friend or two and two
to the ballet with our two twos.
Chuck Woolery.
I don't know what that is.
Chuck Woolery, Love Connection. When they'd go to commercial, he'd say we'd be back in 2 and 2. It's 2 minutes, 2 seconds worth of commercials.
Oh.
All right.
So we've got a show. We've got some guests. But, well, look, I was going to make a joke about you, but now that Trevor's involved, I'm not going to make the joke.
It's because me and Trevor, we kind of have a little love connection of our own. So
okay, that's much better. Yeah. He's clapping backstage for some reason. I don't know if it's because of the picture or if because I refrained from making the joke or whatever. But hey, we got to shout this guy out real quick before we count the rest of the chat. Everybody, give a big Shooting the Shelf birthday round of applause to the one and only Dylan, aka Wolfie. He's in North Carolina with his parents. It is his birthday. Happy birthday, buddy. I have a button here somewhere for you. There we go.
I hope that you got to see lots of monkeys and Robo for your birthday, and you had many opportunities to fling your hair.
Yes. And before you read the rest of the chat, I have one more to pull up because it's a super chat from our good friend Kevin Boots. $4.99 super chat. And may the force be with us all and with you, Kevin. Thank you so much. Curtis, who's out there tonight?
Well, before I shout out who's out in the comments, I did want to say there is a reason why we are doing a Star Wars themed episode, and that is because our good friend Blake is currently over on the Brick Something channel talking about the PAC Northwest meetup. So if there's any of our mythic friends that are kind of interested in that want to know more, that is where he's at. And we didn't want to step on anybody's toes by, kind of having people worry about which show they should be watching live. So if you want to watch that live and catch us on replay, great. If you want to watch us live and catch them on replay, that's cool. But we figured we'd separate it and not do something Horseman related. And so we tossed around a few ideas and came up with Star Wars. And we got a bunch of friends that are very passionate, we'll say.
Can I show you something, Curtis?
Sure.
I can now hold my hand in front of the screen without being self-conscious because Kevin's gone, baby.
Yeah. And it looks like it's healed very nicely.
It's still a little sore. There's some scar tissue and all that, but yeah. So much better.
Yeah. So he's not joining us in the comments, but there are a bunch of people that have. We got Dave Orkin out there. We have Blake is in the chat, even though he's over on another channel. Like that's commitment, folks. We already mentioned Dylan. We've got Dub3 out there. Got Darla Ackerman. I know her. She's right over there. I hear her clinking her spoon. She must be eating ice cream or something. I don't know. She's got something over there. We got Omar in the chat. Welcome. Fog and Fantasia. We got Iamus here. We're going to have his brother on here in a second. William Husted is in the chat. We have Jesse Marshall. We have Tanya McCoy, who was talking a little Star Wars herself earlier today on the Customizing Studio. A little fired up. So you might want to catch that if you haven't already. Yes. Fire it up. Stacy Lin. That's 2 Lins. Double the fun. We have Jordan is here. We also have Gualacusiana Eshashik Viki. something. One more time, Ricky. Goosicle Gooey Echo Zaria. Nailed it. Mr. C is here. Mr. C, I need to get with you because today I did a How'd They Do That with Jared Tanner of the Legion Forge on Instagram. And I want to get with a bunch of the folks that are going to CarverCon, and that is going to be their first show that they're like displaying their stuff at. And I know you're one of those folks. So hit me up. I'll hit you up, whatever. But let's try to get you on for How'd They Do That. I want to try to hype up as many people as we can leading into CarverCon, because I think it's going to be an awesome, awesome show.
That's right. Reach out and get knocked up by Curtis.
That's almost what I said. We've got the artist formerly known as Twizzler19 here. Jen, a.k.a. Lucky Sprinkles. Jeremy Gouvier. Freaks Figures.
Is it the artist formerly known as Twizzler19 if they're still known as the Twizzler19?
Well, he ran out of Twizzlers, so he's no longer known as Twizzler19. He's just the artist formerly known as Twizzler19. We haven't given him a new moniker yet. So I think he's just like a symbol or something. I don't know.
I always liked Phoebe better than Monica.
Red vines are better anyway. We have Benny Torres.
I agree with you on that.
Thank you. Did we say J-Mac? I don't know. We are now J-Mac 77. We got Trevor Williams in the chat. He's also backstage. He'll be on screen in a second.
My mind virus is wearing off on you.
Yeah. We've got Blurred Concepts, which is the chef, Brendan Higgins, in the chat. Jesse Marshall. We got Alan, Vine Jungle Figure Factory, who was also in Customizing Studio with me today. It amazes me how much work he gets done in like a 2 or 3 hour session. Like he will do a custom from start to finish in one session. And I'm like, I barely put some parts together. So, let's see. A lot of people talking back and forth. We got Nate Strong here. He's also backstage. There's Brian Lynn, Carver Customs. 146 days until CarverCon. Tickets and hotel rooms available now. I'll be honest before we know it. We got my son Ty is here. And scrolling. Herb V. And I think that is everybody now. So there you go.
All right.
And well, then that famous classic Star Wars line. You're a Jedi now, Harry.
You're a Jedi now, Harry.
Yeah, from Professor X. Yeah.
Yep. From Stone Temple Pilots.
Exactly. All right.
So we've got some guests joining us tonight for our Star Wars discussion. 2 people that Curtis.
I just want to say this is one that I'm probably going to talk less than any other shoot in the shelf ever. So I just want people to know that ahead of time. So if they're expecting me to talk a lot,
end the show
the case, so.
And see how true that is or not.
Okay.
Because you said that before. And then proceeded to not do that.
Hey, look,
but that's okay.
C3PO. Oh no, that's just my Hedgie that I won for best new customizing channel.
And made yourself, right?
Yes, because they don't give out actual trophies.
All right. Well, I'll start calling out names and get ready to run the sound effects. If you would be so kind as to bring the people on as I call their name out. We've got 4 guests joining us tonight. 2 of them are friends from my personal life. Well, technically all 4 of them are, but 2 of them are from not our Legions community, is what I was trying to say. So we'll start with Tyler Robertson, aka Failed Imagineers, over on Instagram. Welcome, Tyler.
Thank you.
Howdy.
We got Tyler. We got Brendan joining us from West Virginia.
Well, hello.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to play this one. And then we've got, let's see, who is here first? Trevor 1-6 shooter.
Right?
You wouldn't go hit the
sorry.
button. It was already hitted.
Oh no, he's on the
just
there we go.
What's up, guys?
And last, certainly not least, we've got TK421 joining us from
Nice.
the remnants of the Death Star 1.
TK421,
Oh, wait, no.
why aren't you at your post? Oh, it's Nate.
I fool you.
Yeah.
Nate Strong, aka Corona 4, and which I didn't play a sound effect for somebody. I'm sorry, so we'll roll with this one.
His name was Mike.
Fucking Mike.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay. That works.
There we go.
Chuck.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Everybody's wearing a black shirt except for Curtis.
Well, the gray brings out his beard.
It's because his soul is black
It
already.
means you're all Siths.
Oh, gosh,
I'm
okay.
the only good one here.
There you go.
That's what it is.
Pretty sure only a
Jedi.
Sith deals in absolutes, but
See?
But by saying that only a Sith deals in absolutes, that in itself
No.
is an absolute.
No,
it's not.
no.
It's not. That's not how language works. But
I'm pretty
nice
sure.
try. No.
I think.
So,
it
hey, we
means
got a
that
segment-
Obi-Wan was a Sith the whole time.
It's just like
No.
the Eagles. in
Yeah.
Lord
Look,
of
you guys are going to be glad I didn't bring Matt Rodriguez onto the show tonight. And if you're watching, Matt,
Oh, yeah?
I love you. He really wanted to talk about the Jar Jar is the ultimate evil Sith theory.
God.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I would literally rather put a what do you call it? What are those things with the
In your
things that
eyeball?
Hot
spin,
poker in
make
your
a
butt?
cake?
Oh,
No,
Drill
No.
bit in your ear?
no. For making a cake, you use a drill for cakes. What is
Oh,
it?
well-
the mixing thing.
Yeah.
well, you
Mixer.
wouldn't put a hot poker
A
in your rear
mixer?
for cakes
A
either.
mixer.
But
A mixer,
It's
yeah.
called
I'd rather
mixer.
cut off the top of my head and put a mixer in what little space is left up there.
I'm with you then. Yeah.
Hey, we got a segment, Curtis.
yeah, which I guess I was supposed to pull that in. At the start of the show, we do a little segment called Shelf Selections, which would be helpful if I had pulled them up, but I haven't. So that's what I'm going to do now. So, but they are pictures that we saw during the week on Instagram that inspired us. And for some reason, my mind is blanking and I can't figure out how to pull in slides. Now I figured it out. 1 second. I'll be right with you.
I love the.
So if I try to pull the slides up, like my computer has a hissy fit and everything goes wrong.
This is true.
In the meantime, we can admire Tyler's background. That's sick, man.
Yes.
Great images back there.
Thank you.
You could also admire how one of my
Generous.
geek-offs, the lights burn out. And they didn't really burn out. It's just the switch down below is being an asshole. So I got to switch that out.
Language.
All right, here we go. First one is not one of mine because Jesse picked more than me, which I think is against the laws of nature. But Jesse, what do we have?
So this is from wait, where'd it go? xCloud X on Instagram. This is I have no idea what this figure is, but I thought it looked really cool. I thought it was a fun pose. It just, yeah, I don't really know all the details. I just thought it looked really cool, and I'm intrigued to know what the story is behind this character and the world they are from.
All right. Yeah, it's neat. I don't know what it is, but it's neat. So, Tyler, any thoughts?
Yeah, it's nice. It definitely has. I'm seeing a little bit of like a samurai vibe to it, which I really appreciate. Like almost like a steampunk or a robot samurai or something. Because I see a samurai sword there on the. Yeah, it's nice. I like it.
Two.
The one big shield / pauldron looking thing makes me think of Man-at-Arms, like a robot Man-at-Arms. So, Brendan,
So this actually reminds me. I don't know if any of you have read any of the.
I don't read.
Okay, great. We got that established. The High Republic series of Star Wars. There is a faction that is a bunch of pirates that are terrorizing the outer rim.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but this character just reminds me of something from that. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I could see
Nice.
that.
I like it a lot.
I like it
Trevor?
a lot.
It's a well manicured thumb. I will say that. I don't know
Oh.
what else I'm looking at here. It's just tough. There was no clue as to what this was, huh, Jesse? As to like what the figure was or anything.
I don't know. I can read. I don't normally read the captions on pictures. I usually, because like I'm usually looking.
Good
at
to
my
know.
phone.
I won't
You
write
don't have
doing
to rub
work.
in your reading skills. All right.
Yeah,
Look,
get
it's
it.
not
I'm
like you're a
just being
writer or
honest.
anything.
I'm just being honest. I do sometimes, but normally when I'm grabbing pictures, I'm grabbing the picture. I
Good work.
believe they do a lot of like customizing and like kit bashing and stuff.
Okay.
So I don't know.
It's cool. I can't really make out what this face is.
But you know
I
what?
don't know if I'm-
You can all go
That's
to xCloud X, as seen on the screen here.
Okay.
Follow
There you
that
go.
page and find out more for yourself.
I really like
Nice.
that pauldron or whatever that is. That's really kind of cool.
It is nice. Nate?
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you guys. I was going to say steampunk too. I mean, I dig the overall aesthetic and the what would that be? His right arm, I guess, or left arm. Someone said it too. It said guitar neck tuning things. I was even thinking trumpet, things. And the pauldron almost reminds me of a bagpipe in a way for some reason. But
Techno bag,
it's
sure.
yeah, it's super dope. Whatever it is.
Nice.
I'm looking this
Next one is one of my picks.
Oh,
This is a up and coming photographer in our community. Did this really awesome picture. I love snow related stuff, and yeah, this one's cool. Love the background, the soft goods. I believe that's a Noah
Cool.
Pratt head.
That's really nice.
Yeah, just looks fantastic. So we'll go down to the bottom and start with Nate on this one. Nate, what are your thoughts on this photographer and their work?
it's fucking brilliant. I don't know what else to say. but- I will share though that what I do love about this is it is showing off a ton of people from the community. The backdrop is from Chris Ferrone, cape is from Darla, head is from Noah. Noah painted it, but I think he created it also. Jeremy Wilson sculpted it. We've got, of course, Carver Customs, the braziers. What else was there? I think that maybe
Axe?
covers it, but I forget who the damn
Trevor's
axe is from.
dandruff.
Wow. I don't have any hair.
No, no, you need hair to have dandruff. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, beard.
Yeah. So, anyways, it was fun. I love that head. That's what it started with, and it was just fun to put together.
Great job.
Thank you.
Everybody
Trevor,
loves a well manicured little head.
Everyone loves head.
thoughts on your twin there, your
It's
doppelganger?
all right. No,
Everyone
it's
loves a good
fucking
head.
great.
It's,
I love the fact that you bring all these things. Like he did. I mean, Nate always does a great job of like featuring the things that he gets from like Legion's Con and whereas I don't. I love snow. And what I love about this is like I saw this the other day and it was instantly like I didn't even have to look at the name because I know this. I know Nate now. I know you got a style, man, and like it's great. I love it. I love it every time I see it.
Thank you.
I feel it. It's great. What is right behind him directly? That's
It's
what
the
is that?
dwarf tower.
Oh, that's
or
the dwarf
gate or whatever,
tower.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can make out the
Chris.
face. I just couldn't remember what the actual piece was.
Nice.
And of course, Carver Light, which is required.
Legally obligated. Yeah.
Right.
Brendan.
I think it's absolute crap. I don't even. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do this to save my life. So, this is. I don't know if any of you ever played Hero Quest, but this is like taking me straight to that, and I freaking love it. It's like just so much nostalgia looking at that. So, I don't know what it invokes anybody else, but I'm like back in my basement at 10 years old playing Hero Quest, thinking of this. So very cool.
Thank you.
I love the light on the right. That's great.
Tyler.
Not too much to add. That Brendan said, couldn't do this to save my
crap.
life. Oh, well, yeah, that's the part I was.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't. I've dabbled in toy photography and this is just spectacular. It really is just spectacular. Anytime there's snow, it's going to get my attention. The lighting, snow, it really is just fucking fantastic.
Man, thank you so much,
Jesse.
I think you nailed it with your first comment, Curtis. It is definitely cool because it's snowing.
Yeah.
No, it's great. The lighting, like you feel like the heat and the cold, the heat from the fires, the cold from the weather. It's just, I know I say this a lot, and you can go ahead and make fun of me, but I can smell this picture.
Yeah, I just one last thing, and I said this when I had Nate on for my How'd They Do That series. But I think, there's obviously a lot of talented photographers in the community, but I think he does the absolute best job of highlighting other creators. And you see that not just within this picture that we kind of already illustrated, but in all of his work. And so I just, for everybody that you have bought stuff from and shared and done with your picture, I appreciate it, and we all appreciate it. So thank you.
Yeah. Well, it's my pleasure, man, because I'm so blown away by the talent that's out there, not just in the toy photography community, like you said, but the people that create this stuff just blows my mind. So I love highlighting it. My real reason for doing it, and it hasn't happened yet, I just wanted to get to be known as that guy so people would give me free shit. But I still find myself having to buy it. But whatever.
Good going. I pay for it, but I don't show.
You don't
it.
even
still pay for it though. I still pay for it. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I pay for everything. Totally kidding. I'm obviously more than happy to support the artists out there.
No, you're very good at that though.
Thank you.
Beauty. Next is one of Jesse's.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of snow, this is from our buddy Kevin Boots. He somehow made it to Caradhras or whatever. How I can't talk tonight, from Lord of the Rings. So if you look just off to the left is where Boromir picks up the ring when Frodo drops it when he falls. But no, this is one of the Tusk pilots. Just that stark red and black on the white. It just really, really striking.
Very cool. Yeah, I think this is awesome. I love that he was able to get like this, like looking upward angle, the light coming from the side there, and even the little shadow of the figure. Even has like a little trail, like where the figure was walking from. So yeah, nice job, Tyler.
Yeah, I really like the detail of the trail. I like anytime toys go outside and are photographed. There's always a special element to those photos. That's true here. It's very good. I like it.
This is the segment of this program where we try to get Tyler and Brendan like fully engulfed in cosmic legions by showing them that it can look like Star Wars. So.
I have 4 on my shelf right behind me. I have 4 on my shelf right there. So I do have them.
It's a good start, Tyler.
Yeah. Brendan, thoughts?
I'm ignoring this conversation at this point in time. I know that makes for a bad podcast, but no,
not a podcast.
It's a really videocast blog. What a shut up. It's
YouTube show.
Anyhow.
Got Jesse.
It looks like G.I. Joe in the snow.
Trevor?
Snow. I love me some snow, and this is a great location. Like Kevin's always finding really, really good locations, man. Like this looks like in scale. You know what I mean? Which is tough to do outside, even with snow. Like snow is kind of a how would you put this? Like it's like a blank slate. Like you can get away with like doing snow, whereas sometimes when you're in like the woods or something, like you got to clear away all the large leaves and things like that are like out of scale with your, or at least you should. Please do. But snow you can get away with, but sometimes even then it doesn't look at scale. This looks in scale. I would say a couple footprints behind him, Kevin, would have been nice, but maybe he jetpacked.
There are
those. So
but he's got like a little trail coming from the side.
From the side. I didn't see that. Okay,
yeah.
You're right. I take it back. I love it. I love the red on the white. Like it's like this is it's not something I would have thought about with a red jet pilot, but I love it.
Yeah, I probably
Walmart
would have used
parking
the
lot.
science officer, and then he would have blended in, and it would have looked
Well,
stupid.
yeah, you wouldn't have
So,
seen him, but yeah.
Nate.
Yeah, I think the perspective's great, low like that. Like you said, it just makes it look in scale, makes it look epic. And the fact that he shot it with an iPhone, there you go, people. You don't need fancy
Is he
stuff,
saying that
you
it
know?
was also in a Walmart parking lot?
Yeah.
Yes.
So A, you can use your phone. B, travel with a figure. You know, put one in your pocket. You never know when you're going to
crazy.
come across an awesome, perfect site.
I could
behind
have
that
a
mound is a Karen with
multi-$1,000 setup and not get a good shot. He's taking shots with an iPhone at Walmart, and nice.
There's someone living in their RV.
Right behind there is a Karen with a 6-pack of something.
All right, next is one of mine.
Yes.
This is at the _ Toy Forge. Our good buddy Anthony Houseal. They got their tribute figures in for the Dwarven 2-pack this week. He put his together with stuff from the pack and just took an outdoor shot, and it looks fantastic. Couldn't be happier for those guys. I am so excited to get these figures in hand. They look so damn good. So yeah, that's it. Jesse?
I know Anthony's been really excited for this figure. I think a lot of people are, and just getting to see him do that, because I think he has a full-size replica of that helmet that he made, or someone made for him. I can't remember, but I was really excited to see him getting this and getting to play with the little guys. Yeah,
just and the way that it worked out, where I know it sucks for people that have all-ins and they haven't gotten their all-ins yet because of containers being stuck in customs and stuff. But the fact that some people are getting one here and there makes you when you see one, you're like, oh, somebody got this. What are they? And you get to see it, and it's not just everybody getting it at the same time. And the fact that he got his before a bunch of people are getting theirs just was kind of cool. So, Tyler, thoughts on this guy?
It's a cool shot. It's a cool figure. I'm not too familiar with this release, if I'm being honest, but it's a cool figure.
Awesome. Brendan?
Really cool figure. And actually, when the photo first popped up, I thought it was somebody in cosplay. That's how good it looks. Like the photographer, it doesn't look like a figure. I thought it was somebody dressed up. So it's kind of cool.
Trevor?
Yeah, Bill did a great review. Bill Dronowski, Dorkler, did a great review of this set today. It looks incredible. This was my most anticipated set from this, and this looks great. It's fun seeing these guys figure out which versions of this combinations are their figure. I think he should have called this Tomata Pie or something like that, but
it's okay. Nate?
Just echoing what you guys all said, but mostly the shout out to the guys who got tributes in this. Super happy for them. Well deserved, nice, but it looks incredible. And I can't wait to get these in hand too, man. I'm super excited to just get after
those
it.
New dwarf parts are going to be awesome, and we've had the same kind of lower legs, lower arms for so long that this is this is going to be really cool. So,
and I think out of all the sculpts I've bought over the years from 3D Party, they've been dwarf heads. So I've been absolutely needing more dwarfs.
Absolutely. Next is one of Jesse's.
This is from Salvaged Cargo. This is the new McFarlane Zatanna with, I don't know where the tentacles are coming from. I don't want to know. That's her business. I just thought it was a cool shot with the effects they added in. And if I was still getting McFarlane stuff, she would be one of the figures I'd want to get, but I'll live vicariously through someone else's pictures at this point.
Yeah, I will also live vicariously through other people.
No, not what I said.
Oh, I thought that's what you said. We'll go down to bottom with Nate. Nate, thoughts on this one?
Great shot. I mean, speaking of those tentacles, I've always been curious too because I see them showing up in so many shots, and they get utilized so creatively. I love it. But great framing with them. Lighting's cool. Effects look fun. Yeah, looks like a great figure. Great shot. Salvage does some really good work.
Trevor?
Yeah, Salvage is great. Great framing with the tentacles. I don't know if those are... I think that's Shumagarath's tentacles. I think that's what that is. It's from the Shumagarath.
Oh, the Marvel Legend?
Yep, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it works out really well though. I want to pick up the figure just for those, like especially because we got pirates coming out. So I think I'm gonna pick it up just for the tentacles. Actually, really nice.
Brendan?
Check out the his page.
I love anything like this that has just photography like this, where it's just so realistic. Like the layout and the setting, the lighting here. I don't even understand what's going on. It's absolutely incredible how they pulled off some of the different just flares here. It looks really cool.
Tyler?
Yeah, I'm gonna echo him again. I really like the lighting, and the effects are really cool. The effects are very effective.
Nice. Yeah, this is really well done. I love the setup, the background, the fact that it's kind of almost looks like it's warped a little bit, like where the magic is coming out of the wand there. Yeah, just really good use of parts and multiple lines, and comes up with a really cool shot. So good job. And like Jesse, I will live vicariously. Next is one of my pictures. This is from the Dork Lair. Like myself and many others, waiting for our all-ins. But in the meantime, he had Brent was able to send him a figure for him to review, sent him this Nieve, which he has an excellent review up. I have not seen the one for the 2-pack of dwarves yet, but I did see this one, and he did a great job. And I just thought this was a cool shot. I mean, we haven't seen too much of her because there's just not a lot of her out yet. But she's an awesome figure. I know Darla's excited to get her. I'm excited to get her. And this is just a cool shot. So nice job, Bill. Jesse?
I'm trying not to be insanely jealous, just because this is the figure I've been most anticipating for 2 years, and I can't wait to get one. But Bill always does really great reviews, and you get some really killer poses and stuff with them for his thumbnails and whatnot. So, this is a great shot, awesome looking figure. Can't wait to get it myself.
Tyler?
Yeah. Great shot, awesome looking figure. I do have a question. Are the arrows, like, I haven't seen this figure before? Do they come like that, or
They're
there's
removable. You can put
there's like holes in the shield, so you can put them in or you can take them out. So
that's really cool. Yeah, no, I like it. It's really cool. It's a cool figure.
Brendan?
I just love the figure. It's a great figure. The very Braveheart-esque with the facial paint there and everything. I love it. It's great. I do find the background a little interesting. It's like a Life Touch high school.
That's Bill's signature look for his reviews.
It's like a rubber mat from like a wagon,
it's a liner from a wagon.
Yeah, and he just lights it up, and it looks awesome. I love it, but it
always looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's just
people
that's what
comment
it looks like
all the time. Like, where can I get that background? Like, you got to buy a yard supply wagon
from like 2002.
Trevor?
Yeah, I have to admit, I'm always jealous of Bill because like he's putting out pictures. Like this stuff comes out, I get the prototypes. They don't move well. Like her legs in particular were a pain in the ass. Okay, to keep her upright and. Yeah, I couldn't get that kind of weird, like that spread, just like a nice, like, battle ready. I did what I could. But, when we get the production figures in hand and then Bill he's like one of the first people you see to do reviews and like pictures and stuff. And I'm like, I've done it already. I'm like, I'm going to wait. And then he does some cool poses like this. And like, I'm like, yeah, see, you could do some really cool stuff with this. Looks great.
Nate?
Yeah, again, echoing what everyone said. Bill's amazing reviewer. Posing's fantastic. Always does great poses. And I always, I'm almost just chomping at the bit, like want to like speed up the review just to get to his pop and swaps at the end because they're always stellar. And this makes me want to figure that much more. And my God, will you look at that thigh?
Yes, our first 1.0 female in Mythic. So Yeah, she's got some thickness. So
Yeah, great shot.
next is
I'm
one
down
of
with the
Jesse's. What? Did he make himself
done.
laugh? What did I miss?
Did you not hear what I said?
No.
No.
I said I'm down with the thickness.
Okay.
See, you're quick. You're down with the quick.
This is from collectors.orbit. Just epic battle sequence with some Valiant Knights, skeletons, and I can't tell what's in the front. Some sort of ghoul or skeleton also. I don't know. It's freaking cool. I love it. Very moody. Love the atmosphere of the background. And yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I mean it's definitely an awesome setup here. This account has been on fire recently, and I love the whole like the decrepit ruins, the old trees in the background and the fog and the little kind of moonlit coming through, and then all the just bones and debris on the ground. It's just really well thought out and put together shot. So nice work, Tyler.
Yeah, I really like this one. This gives me like Dark Souls kind of vibes, if you've ever played that game. But yeah, I like this a lot.
Brendan?
I actually thought this was a poster. That looks so, the photography here is so good. That just looks like somebody just drew that and rendered it. It was so I'm blown away by that. I don't understand how people pull these things off, but it looks really cool.
Trevor?
Yeah, David is awesome, and I love to see him getting into Mythic Legions. He's done some great Predator Alien stuff. It's kind of has been his wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm.
But I love seeing him get into this, and just things like a little thing I will say, like the arch of that piece in the background there, and it's all practical. Just like arching over the knight, like framing it. It's that kind of little stuff. The little whatever that spire is behind the Viking fell skeleton there. It just frames things nicely. He's very good at that. So it's really awesome.
Nate?
Yeah, I mean, anyone who's familiar with my photography know I usually do one, maybe a couple figures, but to put 2, 3, 4 in a shot takes a lot, man, to figure out the composition, and he does a great job with that, like Trevor said, with his Predator stuff. Awesome lighting, great mix between the cool and the warm. He does awesome stuff. It's a fantastic scene. Just what it tells such a killer story,
Absolutely. Next is one of my picks. This is Skelisauria, and it's a new rat head that was sculpted, and I think the printer was Rocket Fist. I can't remember who the sculptor was, but it's on his Instagram where they kind of collaborated on this, and then obviously he painted it up and looks fantastic. We continue to see just really awesome things with that Mouse King body, and yeah, this thing is just super cool. I like it. Let's go down to Nate.
Yeah, he does just phenomenal paint work, and this is just yet another piece of his that's just I want. Every time I see his stuff, I want it. It's awesome.
Trevor?
Yeah, I love this. I'm on the verge of buying one of these painted. It's somebody with a Patreon who did the sculpting, right? Who is that? It's somebody that I've thought about joining, but I haven't got my printer up yet. But
I'll take a look.
PLA.
I'll pull it up. I can't remember.
It's a great sculpt and it's a great paint, and I loved the rats that came with it, but this is like a different level of just crazy horror. It's really cool. Love it.
Brendan?
Yeah, horror. That's the word. It's fantastic. The detail here is incredible. I know nothing about this beyond what I'm looking at. It's there's a lot happening here that I want to know more about, but at the same time, I'm kind of scared to know more about. So, yeah, it's really cool.
Tyler?
Yeah, awesome figure. The looks like a good print sculpt and everything. It looks fantastic. I really like the paint on the ears. Looks really good. I'm excited to see these in actually zoom in and see them instead of on my laptop screen.
Yeah, if you go to this post, there's some other really great angles of it. You can see.
Yeah. And it is Old School Customs.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, is the one that sculpted it. So,
Yeah.
Jesse.
I don't know if I really have anything to add to it. It's brutal. It's visceral. At first, I thought he was holding up like a flask, like a glass flask or something, and then I zoomed in and realized what he was holding. You keep picking really gross pictures, or pictures with really gross stuff in it this year.
Well,
and that weapon,
yeah,
is wicked looking.
Yeah. Can I add something then?
Sure.
Yeah.
I just looked up the post, and the effects of the saliva from the top jaw to the bottom jaw on the post are fucking phenomenal. That looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is amazing. This is great.
A plea to sculptors out there: we need like some decapitated head things and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice. All right. Next one is one of Jesse's.
This is from Plastic Cosmos, sorry. Plastic Cosmos, followed by an underscore. Again, I have no idea what this figure is, but I just really dig the vibe of this picture. Just this robot or dude or person wearing robot stuff. I don't know. Just chilling with the landscape in the background and all the soft goods and stuff. Just feels really, really cool. Got a whole vibe to it.
Tyler.
Yeah, it's a vibe. I like it. Looks just like kind of like a robot just taking a nap. I like I like the vibe.
Brendan.
I was thinking that looks like why can't I think giant robot my that freaking cartoon that we all grew up with.
Oh,
why
Iron Giant?
Iron Giant.
Iron Giant. Thank you, Iron Giant. I don't know why this looks like a little version of him, just like laying and drink. I don't think he's asleep. It looks like more like he's looking at the stars and dreaming of another life. I love it. It's freaking beautiful.
Trevor.
Yeah, there's a figure called Homeless Joe from it's like Death Gas Station or Death. Yeah, I think it's Death Gas
something like
Station
that.
line from Damn Toys. A lot of people doing some really cool stuff with this stuff. It's just like a weird, random figure, which I love that stuff. I didn't pick this up, but this is cool. Love it. I love Homeless Joe. Seen a lot of really good stuff with Homeless Joe, and this is another great one.
Nate.
I agree. Yeah, it's a great figure. I always admired all the stuff they put out. It's a cool photo, great depth. Nice job in the lighting. Yep, well done.
Yeah, I just think this is very cool. Just very relaxed and it I don't know, just really neat vibe coming from this one. Makes me feel nice and serene. So
you guys remember the bit? I think it was Stephen Wright, where he said he saw a pirate with a wooden leg, but he had a real foot. And it always just like not only obviously made me laugh my ass off, but made
I
me
love Stephen Wright.
almost wanted to
Stephen Wright
throw
is
up
nice.
at the same time, just like picturing like I don't know, like
But a real foot.
yeah. So does he have a real arm? Looks like a real arm, but he's got like robot head and fingers, and so it kind of makes me think of that real quick too.
I think it's supposed to be all robot, but I don't know.
I think it probably is too, but the arm looks like a
Yeah.
flesh arm. But anyways, I just had to bring that up.
These are
Awesome.
cool figures.
Next is one of my picks. This is our good friend Jay, Low Fidelity Customs, and he's been doing some awesome stuff. He has a claim sale up right now on PGG Group. A lot of great stuff available, and you don't see a whole lot of people that do the stuff that Jay does with all the turbo dork and the wild kind of color shift paints and stuff. It has a very 90s vibe to it. And then this one, you just throw a snake head on here and you got a guitar with it. Just, I don't know. I love like everything on this. This thing is just super neat. I love it. So, Jesse.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is really cool. I feels like you said 90s, like it's one of those do you remember those the commercials? I don't think were the 90s. They were more 2000s. Those crazy gum commercials where the guy would be like sitting on like the giant speaker head or something and like vibrating out. It feels like some super extreme flavor of gum or something. I don't know. It's really cool. I love that snake head coming out of that suit. Yeah, it's just really, really cool. He does a lot of really cool color stuff.
We lost Brendan, but we got Tyler still. Tyler, thoughts on this one?
Yeah, great. It's I really like the coloring. They're always whenever I go to a hobby shop, these are the paints that I never pick up because I don't know how to use them. So yeah, no, it looks fantastic. I really like the coloring.
And Brendan's back. Brendan, thoughts on this one?
It looks like a really cool He-Man figure with oh shoot, the Space Marines game.
Warhammer.
Thank you. I suck at names, guys. Sorry. Yeah, Warhammer. This looks like a Warhammer / He-Man crossover. I love it. It's really cool.
Trevor?
Well, I claimed my first J Low Fidelity custom. I meant to buy one at Legion's Con, and I don't know what happened. Like, it was just like one of those things where it's like, yeah, I'm coming over to see what you got. And I came over and I'm like, I think I heard a lot of people saying this. I couldn't figure out which one to get. But I bought one today. I might buy another one. The claim said his style is awesome, man. Like, it's so different than everybody else's. It's so cool. And this, I didn't even see this one. He didn't have this in the claim sale, but this is awesome. This is really great. He's a good dude.
Nate?
Yeah, I mean, talk about unique. Like you said, I don't see anyone even coming close to this style, which is amazing because there's so many people out there that do work on these figures. But you guys were saying 90s, man. I'm going 80s with the color scheme and like ski slopes.
70s.
You know, I'm just.
This one. Yeah. You're right.
But yeah, some of the wacky like ski parkas and stuff that used to be back in the day when I'd be on the slopes. But yeah, it's unreal.
That's right. I had a pair of skis that same color as that guitar. That's true. Yeah.
All right. Next one is one of Jesse's.
This is from frame_the_toys. This is one of the little, what do they call it? Box boy or block boy or something like that.
Yeah. Jeez.
But I remember seeing pictures of this toy years ago, and I just thought it was something someone did. I didn't realize it was a toy that people could get. So every time I see it, it just makes me stop because it's like the figure itself is kind of weirdly off-putting. Like there's something uncomfortable about it to me. Maybe it's just the blank face of it, but just seeing it like flying this leaf like a kite, but it's adorable. And, being outside at a playground and everything just makes it even better.
Yeah, this is really cool. I'm not sure how they were able to accomplish that, but it's pretty neat. I also love the blurred background on this, so it really focuses on the stuff in front that it wants you to look at. Yeah, pretty neat. We'll go down to Nate at the bottom.
I absolutely adore this. I think it's so clever and creative. Yeah, however he did it, I don't know, but it's wonderful. Love it. And like you said, you highlight these photos so you can go follow cool people on Instagram. Somehow I've missed this guy and I instantly just went and followed him. So it's awesome.
Trevor.
Yeah, for some reason in like 2015, like when I started in Instagram, like I think it's called Danbo. Jesse, is that what it is? Danbo?
I have no idea.
Okay, I think it's Danbo is the sort of style of this figure. It's like the Amazon. Some of them have Amazon on the side of the box. There was so many of these. Like there was a lot of them. It was this and Stormtroopers in rivers and things like that. But this is cool, man. I mean, and yeah, I like that Boked. You can go ahead and look that up, Curtis, if you can spell it. Background is really nice. It's great for like these cute toy photography shots. I see a lot of Lego people doing that. It's just a very shallow depth of field. Cool, but I love the leaf with the kite. It's really cool. That's a cool thing. Love it. I wonder if he wired that.
I don't know if any of you have seen this account on Instagram, not this account. the guy who takes acorn people.
Yes.
Beach
Love it.
Barn.
Yes, and has
Yeah,
them
David
with
something.
and has them with animals and things like that. This reminds
Yep.
me so much of that, and I love that account. It's one of my favorite things on Instagram,
same.
and
Yep.
so this really puts me in that mindset, and this is awesome.
And Tyler.
Yeah, this is just really cute. And as I said before, I like when toys go outside, and you can tell instantly that this isn't actually outside. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I really, really appreciate that.
He's got a playground in the background. That's a great idea.
This could be a poster in a kid's room. I think.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
it's fantastic.
Aim high or something like that.
And I believe this is my last one for the day. This is from Rocco the Great. He didn't have a still of this, but he had a video where he had used some soft goods he got from eBay, a Marvel Legends head, and a Valiant Knight to create what I think is damn near the perfect Doom. And it looks fantastic. So he's got a little reel up talking about it, and the mix of the Legion's parts with the Marvel parts to come up with this character, and it just looks like it should have come this way to begin with. So great work, Jesse.
Yeah, this is great. I totally slipped over the Valiant Knight of it all underneath the soft goods there, but I totally see it now that you've mentioned it. Is a great combo, great great what's the word I'm looking for? Kit bash?
Great.
Custom?
There you go. Yeah. Tyler.
Yeah, this is spectacular. Never would have thought this was a custom. It looks like it should have come like that. Do you know, is the throne, is that like custom built, or
That I believe came
that's-
with the Doom figure,
oh, okay, gotcha. It's really cool.
right? Is that
No,
not
that's
right?
that's Toy Blocks on Etsy. Toy
Oh,
Blocks.
okay, gotcha.
Mhm. Yep.
Brendan.
That's just a really well done custom. I agreed, echoing. I didn't realize it was. That's really cool. Looks awesome. Yeah.
Trevor.
I'm a little weirded out because I just sold a Marvel Legends Doom with a C. Jessam. This is goes back like a couple of years.
Mhm.
I bought two of them because somebody else was going to go in and then they didn't want it, so I had it sitting around. A C. Jessam custom tunic and cape, and I don't know if that was Rocco. It's like way too close to the shot that they'd be like, that's weird. I don't know. It's because that C. Jessam piece was a beautiful piece, and I put it on my I put it on my Marvel Legends, and honestly, I got the Doctor Doom that Four Horsemen worked on with Mezco, and I'm like, I'm good with the Marvel Legend, honestly, with the C. Jessam cloak. So I sold the Doom. But yeah, it's great. I don't know if that's him. Rocco, let me know if that was you.
Nate.
Yeah, but just brilliant combo. I didn't think of using the night like that, and it works perfectly. I love
Okay,
it.
so that's not the.
Sorry.
Jesse's like, come on, let's move along.
No, I was trying to minimize my screen and I clicked wrong. Sorry.
That's all right. We will go to the next one, which is Jesse's.
All right. So Curtis, go ahead and get it out of your way. I'm going to say the same thing again. I'm going to live vicariously through the people getting their hot
Yeah, me
toys
too.
of
Me too,
Jinx
buddy.
and Vi. I really wanted these. I was so close, but
Oh,
I had to make some decisions. And I just love. So to start off, this is Noir Kaiser FX over on
Noir,
Instagram.
Alberto.
Alberto.
With some some digital enhancements to the background and the effects and stuff. But yeah, this is the Hot Toys Jinx that is just starting to go out, and I thought I had grabbed 7 photos of Jinx, so they must just be farther up in my photo album because this was the only one I found. I thought it was going to be all pictures of Jinx this week, but no, this is the one that made it tonight. It's
an awesome looking figure. Yeah, I mean, they do such a good job with their stuff. I just got the Hot Toys Batman from Batman Returns, and it blew me away. Yeah, this is just absolutely beautiful. Great job by those folks, and then just nice shot here. So, Tyler,
Yeah, it's a beautiful figure. Beautiful composition of the shot. Looks like some pretty subtle editing, or additions, which looks great.
Brendan.
I mean, that's just pure art. That's just fantastic artwork. It's the figure itself is art. I mean, everything about this, I'm very, very impressed by the whole thing. Yeah, really cool.
Trevor.
Arcane is one of my favorite things that is like even happened. I never played League of Legends, but my God, that show, I just rewatched it and it was better the second time. I have this figure coming. Unfortunately, this is one of the things that I order from Sideshow, which is you always get late. I order a lot of things straight from Hong Kong and stuff. So, yeah, Alberto. I mean, Alberto, just he's awesome. He and Tom, I have Watu, who is an actual Hot Toys. My friend who's a Hot Toys blogger now, crushed these. This figure, like, I love it. I'm going to put it on my shelf, but I probably never shoot it because these guys have done everything with it at this point. So.
Nate?
Yeah, same thing. I mean, Arcane's by far my it's the favorite animated series I've ever watched, and it's up there at the favorite series of anything. I've watched it 3 times. I'm in my 4th right now, and I wasn't going to get these, as hard as it was to say no, and I've just got on the wait list for both of them just in case I want to change my mind because they're amazing. But like you said, Trevor, I'm like, once I saw Alberto and Tom's stuff, I'm like, there's nothing left to even attempt to try and shoot these. So
somebody's going to do some good 1/12 figures with these.
That's what I'm hoping.
I don't know why nobody's done them, but
I know
somebody's going to.
Yeah, Mafex or Mezco or something. Just please get this.
Maybe that's
license.
The next Infinite Legions. Who knows? We'll see.
I can't see the Fortiche and Riot Games signing off on versions of these with Arcane being what they are, being anything less than like perfect figures. Like,
yeah,
well, they're not gonna put out Evil Lynn from the movie looking Allison Brie figures.
Then again, I just watched the video, and not to harp on this too much, love this thing. I'm glad that there's going to be they're not Arcane. It's going to be more League of Legends, other worlds stuff. Jinx lives, people. Jinx lives. But this cost $250 million to make, so they're going to take anything they can get for figures.
What?
Like they lost a lot of money, but they're trying to get people to play the game too. So, but my God, this is. I mean, this. It was too long for a feature film, but I would totally go watch a follow up to this movie in the theater.
Yeah,
so.
I highly recommend going to League of Legends YouTube channel and watching the making of this series too. It's so inspiring and fascinating to watch.
It's incredible.
Very cool.
If you haven't seen it, it's incredible.
And then
I guess
we got this.
I went to a concert on Friday night, and I had a really good time. So that's the only picture I got of myself there. I was right at the barricade. The band was like just off to my left there. Well,
that's nice.
Left of the picture. Yeah, it was a great show. I had a lot of fun.
Please explain to me what Twice This Is For means. Like, is that a
Twice is the name of the group. This Is For is their album. So this is their This Is For tour part 2.
Gotcha.
They did a bunch of tour dates last year, and they're continuing through this year.
And this is the
Capital One.
This group.
There's 9 of them.
Wow. This is a metal group, right?
No, this is a K-pop, all-girl K-pop group. They've been together for over 10 years.
Metal K-pop.
They're one of the biggest or like most popular sustained groups going on, and one of them wasn't there. Yeah. They sold out. This is the Capital One Arena in DC. They sold out 2 nights in a row. So Friday night and Saturday night were completely sold out for both.
They haven't aged out after being up for 10 years. Wow, that's cool.
I mean, you'd feel like that's the demographic they'd be going by now.
I mean, the oldest one just turned 30. Like, as long as they debut before they're like in their mid-20s, they can usually run for a while.
Right. Well, it's established now, so like these guys, they'll be doing reunion tours in 15 years too. So it's great.
Yeah, happy for him.
Why do you think Mike, why do you think I wanted to get rid of Kevin as quick as I did this year? So I wouldn't have that stupid lump on my hand and like bump into people at this concert.
Plus, you don't have to buy 2 tickets.
Poor Kevin, never even got to see a really good concert. So
Poor Kevin. Well, the 2 hosts that are left of this show are very good. So
all right, that is it for shelf selections. So let the Star Wars begin.
About friggin' done.
Oh gosh! So now we don't have to listen to Curtis talk. Awesome.
All right, so we'll kick things off. We've got a
getting
question from the chat, so we'll bring this up first. Paula966, just shelve it. Do you and your friends think Keanu Reeves would play a great Darth Revan? I'm just going to start at the bottom with Brendan, who's clearly distracted with something in front of him.
Here's my. I know this gets bantered around a lot, and everybody wants this to happen. I think it'd be cool, but also no. And here's why. I'm not even a huge fan of what they're doing with what's his name? It's gonna no, stop. The guy that's gonna be in this newest Star Wars movie, not Mandalorian, the one after. Not Jake Gyllenhaal, the other guy.
Fighter.
Yeah,
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
Gosling.
Same person, Jake Gyllenhaal, Ryan Gosling. And the reason I'm not a fan of that is everybody forgets that when the OT came out, nobody knew who Carrie Fisher was. Nobody knew who Han Solo was. Nobody knew who Mark Hamill were. And I think going after big names is a mistake. And I think it detracts from the story of Star Wars to have big names in Star Wars. And so that's just never, I know everybody always has these dream casts. Now, it works for some characters, right? Like, there have been some castings of people that you didn't expect, but they're side characters. They're not the main focus. And I think when you're going after
like Holdo or something like that.
Yes,
you know?
Holdo,
like
or even
part.
gosh, why can't I think of his name? And I love him. Actor from Rogue One who played Saw
Gerrera.
Yeah, Saw Gerrera.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That casting made total sense. Did not detract at all.
But he's an amazing.
He's a big actor, but he's also not Keanu Reeves.
Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, Forrest Whitaker. Yeah.
So it works in certain roles. No, so my final answer is no. I don't want to see Keanu Reeves in that role.
Are we doing everybody here, or are we just like?
I
don't want to see Keanu Reeves in Star. I agree
take?
with Brendan. I don't want to see Keanu Reeves. I don't want to see Ryan Gosling. I mean, I'm sure it's fine. Sigourney Weaver, it's fine. I just want good stories, man. Like that's all I want from Star Wars. If they're great actors, like Keanu Reeves, great actor. Darth Revan wears a mask. I mean, I don't know everything about Darth Revan. I'm not into that. I was never read the books afterwards. So the extended universe, but I don't think you need Keanu Reeves to play Darth Revan. Honestly, it's just like
and I think one of the most recent.
It's kind of wasting him on the Thor movie. It's kind of like wasting him for that character too.
Yeah, I think one of the more recent examples of a big star being in a Star Wars series was Jude Law in the
Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew, and that worked because the kids were the main focus of that series.
Right.
That's my opinion.
Yep.
Who was Keanu Reeves in the Thor movie?
He was what's his name? The God Killer.
No.
I'm sorry. No, that's Christian Bale. Sorry, I'm sorry. I was thinking Keanu. Yeah, it was Christian Bale. Yeah.
I was like, wait, did I miss a Thor movie?
Sorry. Yeah. I conflated my actress. Yeah.
I was kind of that way with the Masters
similar
of the Universe
Wasted
movie that's coming out. Like I didn't want a bunch of big names in it. And then when they announced Idris Elba as Man at Arms, I'm like, well, that's okay. Like he's good enough that he can do anything. But for the most
Mhm.
part, yes. Like if you've got a certain image of a character already in your head, like it's an established character, I think it's better to have an unknown actor if possible. So, or at least
Yeah.
lesser known.
Yeah, Brent's right. I mean, like all these people who were in, aside from Harrison Ford, really, were. I mean, all right, you've got
Sir Alec Guinness.
Alec
was
Guinness,
known,
yeah. But that lent gravitas to what was like a goofy movie in the '70s. That everybody thought was like, this is going to be a stupid Buck Rogers thing. At this point, we're in a different space, and I think there's plenty of underworked actors who are very good actors at this point. So I don't think you need Ryan Gosling, honestly.
Yep.
Tyler, you got any thoughts on that?
I don't disagree with any of that. I don't care. I don't really care about Revan, to be honest. Sure. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. I think someone in the chat said big celebrities equals supporting roles. That's it. And I
Yes.
agree with that. Like puts Sigourney Weaver, sure, as in a supporting role in a movie.
Right.
Awesome. I love Sigourney. It's going to be fantastic.
Sure.
But again, I don't know if we need Keanu Reeves. You know what I mean? At this point in his career, do we need Keanu Reeves in a Star Wars movie? No, I don't think we do. I think get some younger actors. There's plenty of fantastic actors out there. We don't need to, rely on people who've been in the industry for 50 years at this point. And that's not, insulting the guy. I love Keanu Reeves, but
I think it's a feel thing. Like you. I want to like escape, you know what I mean? And I don't want to like, oh, that's Ryan Gosling up there. I don't want to see Ryan Gosling. I just want to see like a character in Star Wars. I don't know. I don't need an actor. I don't need an actor. Even with voice acting and stuff, I'm kind of tired of the whole like, oh, this is voice acted by Eddie Murphy. It's like, there's great voice actors out there who do great voices. You know what I mean? I'd rather see those people get jobs and stuff like that. Not even a matter as a matter of like getting them work. It's just like it's better. You know what I mean? Like that's Eddie Murphy. I can hear his voice right there.
Yeah,
it takes me out of it. That's all.
I think you're all wrong. I think big celebrities are fine. It depends. They can be fine if they get lost in the role. Like, I've never been a fan of Halle Berry. Like, I don't think she's a bad actress, but every movie I see her in, I see Halle Berry until John Wick 3. And then I was like, I completely buy this character. And I've liked her in a lot of stuff since then. But
okay.
I think I understand what you're saying, and that was more for dramatic effect. But like, I don't need a big name celebrity to play a character in Star Wars, but it won't turn me off of it because they've done so many movies with lesser known people that have not been received well. So I think it comes more down to the storytelling and the commit. Like, think of Edward Norton in Kingdom of Heaven. Some of you might not even know Edward Norton's in Kingdom of Heaven because he has a metal mask on for the entire. You never see his face. He gets so lost in the character that he could have just been voice acting it, And even then, it didn't even sound like his voice. So, like, it depends on the character. And like, if Keanu Reeves really wanted to play Darth Revan and that was a character he loved and he was going to bring something special to it, I'd be all for it. Like Tyler, I'm not invested in that character, so I don't really care. But not to diss anybody who really likes that character. It's just not one I'm as attached to have a strong opinion about it.
I'm more with you, Jesse, too. I think if the actor is good enough actor and they can get lost in that role and we can get lost with them, I don't care who it is. As long as they're a good enough actor and they can pull it off, as long as the movie and the writing and everything else is there, put whoever's the best for that role. I think so. I don't like every time, to me, Harrison Ford is either Han Solo or Indiana Jones, right? And every other movie I've seen after that, I don't think, oh, I'm watching Han Solo or Indiana Jones in this role. I'm not. I'm watching Harrison Ford take on a whole other persona now, especially like when I watch Shrinking. It's like
He's amazing in Shrinking.
He's incredible. He's incredible, and I don't think
Tom
I
Hanks
don't
is
think-
another actor like that. Like he just disappears.
Yeah, if you get
and,
actors like
you know.
that, now I don't think Keanu Reeves has those chops.
No,
But I'm not invested in Revan either. I don't really know a hell of a lot about him other than he just looks cool as hell. So
Yeah,
I have
Gary
some
Oldman
peop-
is another person who just disappears.
Yeah,
into
Gary
the
could be
role.
in
anything.
He's-
totally.
I have
But
some
like the
people- I
Acolyte
had-
had a lot of people. Sorry, go ahead, Brendan.
No, you're good. You're good. So go ahead.
No, the
Acolyte.
Acolyte had a lot of people who were like, you know, they're known actors in some respect, but like a lot of them were unknowns, and it's just the writing for me on that show was just terrible, and like the build was terrible. It could have been good. I think the people who were acting some of those parts were good actors. Like they were good. They were just
Yeah, you think
a
think
star
about the
wouldn't have
actor-
helped
yeah.
that
you say-
writing.
Did you say acolyte? Is that what you said?
Acolyte, yeah, a star
Okay.
wouldn't have helped that show. In other words, you know, I know they brought some people in who were like, you know, B-level stars, maybe C-level stars, but a big name wouldn't have helped that. It's just the writing to me was not good.
To me, think of some of the stars that were in the prequel trilogy. They were big actors. They're great actors, and everything else was not there for me. I don't know if we were ready to go there yet, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like I don't care
go.
if you had Ewan McGregor. He's an amazing actor. Those movies, I can't watch them. So,
You mean Galactic C-SPAN's not your thing?
don't
I got
even
to
know
step
what that
away
is.
for a minute, but I'll be back.
Now, on the flip side, you've got, and I know Tyler will agree with me. I know I'm on this. Stellan Skarsgård, Stellan Skarsgård. Sorry, amazing actor, and
Incredible.
Andor, like everybody in that show was incredible. I mean, I don't know if they're even like all established actors, but I know they have work behind, but there's no big names in that. Stellan was probably Stellan and Diego were the biggest names in that, and everybody was incredible in that show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, this might not be the time Hedgehog wants me to bring this up, but we do have a super chat from Hedgehog. $4.99. Will you please each expansively describe your views on the Andor show or the show Andor? Please go in alphabetical order. So he really wants to egg Curtis on with this. So Curtis, I hope you can hear this.
We got to wait till he comes back for this.
M is before Curtis. I don't know if you realize that alphabetically, but
Yeah, B is before C. So yeah, go Brendan.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can't math even with letters.
we are aware. Yeah, so I think Andor is, and I know some people don't agree with this, whatever. I think Andor / Rogue One are hands down the best pieces of Star Wars to have ever been made, period. And I think that I love them because they laid the groundwork for everything that comes after them, ignoring greatly what came before them. They added gravity to the rebellion. They added why. There's so much to it, way more than the Clone Wars and Order 66 and all that did. These added why we got to these movies we absolutely loved growing up. And I think they're an amazing commentary on civilization as a whole. I don't only think that Andor was one of the best Star Wars shows. I think Andor was one of the best shows, period.
Breaking Bad level TV.
Yeah, and I hate that we all knew it had to end because it had to end. And
I like that actually.
That also was nice, like because then they don't have an opportunity to screw it up. Keep going, and drag it through the mud. But it, to me, it's something that when I watched it, when it finished, I had to take a giant, massive breath because of the heaviness of it, and I love that it didn't have a single Jedi in sight, and really told it from the perspective of the common people who were going through all of this giant, massive galactic space war. But here it was brought down to a microcosm of this one place and how it impacted them and how that was happening across the entire galaxy and led to a massive rebellion. That's it.
I know I'm not in alphabetical order, but I'm just going to interject with William Husted's question. But Andor bothered me because I knew the ending. yeah, just knowing somebody that is
Did you
not
watch
going to make it.
Titanic?
Spoiler alert. Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say,
Oh,
Nate.
sorry, I stole
Perfectly,
your thunder.
no, you perfectly encompass. That's it. Like there's a journey to that end. You know what I mean? Like and it was incredible. You know what I mean? Like watching Rogue One, I loved it. I'm skipping. Go ahead. We're gonna go to Nate. I think Nate's next, or Jesse. JKLMN. Jay.
Jesse.
This is my show. You guys go.
Oh, okay. Nate, go.
All right. I mean, yeah, I'll piggyback, Brendan. Everything you said, I 100% agree. I think it's not only Star Wars at its best; it's TV content, entertainment, whatever you want to call it, at its best. And I think you could. I mean, it's a masterclass. I can't fault one thing about it. Every single thing, from the writing, the acting, the directing, the set design, the art direction, was perfection. And I think that what makes it so damn good is that if you took the Star Wars out of it, you could put that story in any era, almost any genre, and it would still be an incredible story. But the fact that it is Star Wars and it had just enough Star Wars in it to make it Star Wars, to me, just elevates it that much more. So, yeah, I just think it was all around brilliant. Masterclass.
Yeah, it's everything that led up to the Star Wars that we loved, and from the first episode, I felt the practicality of the filming of the thing, and the build of the world felt lived in and real, like Star Wars did. You know, I mean, like where the prequels took me out of that stuff, and some of the Disney Plus stuff. You know, Mandalorian looks great. It's still got a little bit of a slickness, but this just felt like Star Wars to me. I don't even know how they would change this, but my complaint is that people, here's an example. I don't know if he's watching or not, but David Williams, loved that guy. Got great. He hated it. I'm like, David, you got to watch it, man. You got to watch it again. You got to give it. And Curtis, the same thing. Like, it's like, they watched the first 3 episodes. I know it's a slow build, but my God, it gets to a point. Like, you have to establish these characters and who they are and why you care about them. You know what I mean? Like, it's the problem with some of the stuff that has been out. Like The Acolyte, for me, like, I just don't care about these characters. There's nothing about them. You know, it's like we'll tell you why you should care about them, but we're not going to show you or give you any depth to these characters. And I mean, Andor was an asshole. He was an asshole. Like, he was a terrible character. He's not somebody. It's like Han Solo. Like, it's not somebody you'd like to root for. And then it's like you want to see that person get better and do a better thing. And it's an incredible ride, man. Like 2 seasons of that thing, I could have gone. I'm kind of glad. I'm glad, like with what William said. Like, I'm glad I knew the ending of that. And my wife even had. I don't know if she had watched Rogue One when I showed her the whole show, and the problem, like, we started it when it started out, and I loved it from the beginning, and she was like, this is kind of boring, I don't know, and then we rewatched it, and then watched Rogue One, which she had forgotten that we watched, and like, you knew that he was going, spoiler alert, to die, and like, yeah, but the reason that he died and the growth of that character, and oh my God, man, so incredible. That prison, the whole season in the prison was just amazing. Like, that could have been like somebody, like you said, Nate said, Brendan said, Tyler, I think you all said this. It could have been any genre, that any one of these, and there's like, there's sequences, there's the prison era, and then there's the pre, and then there's the post, and like any one of those things could have been a film in a different genre, like The Great Escape or something like that. And it was amazing on its own. Incredible. Loved it. Sorry if you don't like it, but it's incredible. And Rogue One.
I'm going to bring this one up from Hedgehog. He said, I don't believe that anyone here would say that the feeling they get from watching Andor is the same feeling they get from Star Wars. I would say no.
Absolutely the same feeling. Absolutely the same feeling.
Really?
Yeah. The same feeling that I got from Star Wars, absolutely the same feeling.
Yeah. It was just spread out, but ultimately it was.
Yeah, there's no lightsabers, but it was the same, small people, small man coming around to the fact. I mean, Luke had a legacy, you know what I mean? So you're jumping. It's a different hero quest, you know what I mean? It's a different, like he had a father who hero's journey is exactly like, he had a father that was somebody that it was powerful, apparently, you know what I mean? And he had kind of came to him. It's the whole thing I didn't like about the sequels. Like, I wanted Rey to be a nobody. I wanted Rey to have nothing, and like all of a sudden she's just, it's like random people can have like the Force flow through them a little bit better, but they're like, oh, she's a Palpatine. Oh, for fuck's sake, you know what I mean? Like, who cares? Like just be nobody, like Broom Kid. Grab the broom and like, that's what I wanted out of that. And Andor is nobody. Andor's nobody.
Yeah,
that's one of the reasons I know a lot of people trash talk Last Jedi, and I'm not going to try to defend it. But that last scene with the kid with the broom, I was like, they're giving the Force back to everyone.
Yes,
it's not just Skywalker. And then they ruined it with the third one. With
they ruined it totally ruined
with
it.
that. Like, but I know Curtis doesn't have a lot to say on Andor, and that's totally fine. We don't all have to like the same stuff. But which is why I brought this up while he was gone, so we could get through most of it. I'm just gonna say, I
want to like it. I really do, because a lot of my friends like it, and I would love to be able to chat with them about it. But I just find it boring.
And that's fair. I will say
those two.
Did you watch the whole thing?
I watched the whole first season and like the first 3 episodes of the second season. I just couldn't do it anymore. So
I mean.
And I'm going to say this, as someone who watched 9 years or 8 years of Smallville to only give up before the final season, and everybody's like, oh, it was the best season. Like, I don't care. I wasted too much time watching that show to care how good it ended. Like, that's like saying the last 20 minutes of I don't know, one of the worst movies is, makes the movie better. And I don't know.
It's okay to like things, and it's okay to not like things.
Yeah,
right.
That's what. So like, don't make yourself watch it if you don't like it. But I like that you're not criticizing the entirety of the show as a negative, because you don't have the knowledge to finish like the full complete thought on it.
I can see why people would like it. It's just not for me. But there's also things like I really liked The Acolyte, and there's people that shit all over it. I thought I was looking forward to the second season, which we will never get now. So, I mean, different strokes.
There's just, in The Acolyte, there was nothing that made me care about any of those characters. Like, I didn't care if anybody lived or died, you know what I mean? Like, there were people that I like, oh my God, if something happens to Bix, I'm going to riot, you know what I mean? Like, there was just like, it's a build, man. I don't know.
There was one character like that in Acolyte for me, and they were dead when we met them.
Well, yeah. Oh, yes.
The Wookiee.
Yeah. But to me, that is what you said about Bix. It's like, that's the thing about Andor. You're like, Williams said, I didn't watch it because I knew what was going to happen to the ending. Well, yeah, you knew what was going to happen to Andor himself, but you do get so invested in everybody else in that cast, and you don't know what's going to happen to them. So to me, honestly, you still have that tension and wonder. And
in Star Wars, A New Hope, Tarkin came off as evil. You know what I mean? You blew up Alderaan right in front of us. Like, that was pretty harsh. But after that, like, Andor is the scariest the Empire's ever been. You know what I mean? Like, I think it made the Empire frightening and powerful feeling. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, yeah, they got a lot of machinery and they got a lot of ships and stuff like that, but just the operations of what they did and who they were, and the kind of the things we're seeing in life now. You know what I mean? Just the go along to get along type of attitude of the Imperial employees. It was cool, man. It was so well done.
Tyler.
Yes, sir.
Andor.
No, yeah. So I am in the camp of, I think Andor is one of the greatest television shows ever made. I put it up there with Breaking Bad and Sopranos, and I think it's incredible that they did that with 2 seasons, and we already know where it's going. I think that is a masterstroke of storytelling. In, hey, yeah, we do know the ending. We do know decades past where they're at and what they do particularly Cassian, in Rogue One, how much of an impact that's going to have on the broader, galaxy. I think that's amazing. And I think they wrote the characters so well. And man, there wasn't a minor character in that show I didn't care about in one way or the other. When they're doing the heist, man, I cared about all those characters. I cared about,
Nemec.
Killed me. And the fact that they were able to have then the prison. It could have been its own season of television, but they were able to do it in such a succinct way and make us care about all those characters so much, and bringing in more amazing actors like Andy Serkis, who again disappeared into that role so much that, man, I absolutely love Andor. I wish it could have gone on longer, or at least that we could have gotten more episodes out of it. But yeah, I think it's just spectacular television, spectacular entertainment.
Yeah,
I know you guys don't know Jonathan Hedgehog, but I got to talk to him because I don't know if this is hitting too close to home for him or something, but I don't know. I'm shocked that Jonathan doesn't this, but.
I have a comment, but I'll let Curtis go next.
I think the way that Tyler just kind of compared it to like Sopranos or Breaking Bad is a great comparison. And same thing with those, they are great series, well written. I do not enjoy the feeling I get watching them. And life is too depressing the way it is. When I go to watch something, I want to enjoy it. I want to have fun. I don't want stuff that makes me feel bad. I don't want stuff that makes me think. I want stuff that just makes me happy. And that's not what I get from that series.
That might be it. That might be it. Because I think there are people I tend to lean towards things that make me it's not a slam, think or reflect, or sometimes my wife doesn't understand it either, but I like things that are have some depressing endings, you know what I mean?
A little dark.
Yeah, it's like this is life, and it's almost like a Buddhist thing where you're well, that's not what I'm experiencing, at least. So, I have problems. There are issues. There are bad things, but maybe it's not as bad as this.
I kept hanging on Breaking Bad because I was hoping for a happy ending.
That's another one.
I was
hoping,
good
Lord.
I was hoping that he would just.
It wasn't Breaking Good, Curtis.
I know, but I was hoping he would see that he had gone down the wrong path and he would stop and he would rectify things with his wife and everything. I just kind of held out hope that it was going to end well. With Andor, I already knew it wasn't going to end well. So it was.
But in a way, it does end well, though.
It does.
He's
a hero. He's a hero. He's a hero. That if he hadn't done what he did every step of the way, there would be no Luke Skywalker. There would be no Death Star blowing up. We would just have the Empire. That would be it.
Yeah. But
I'll be right back.
I think
Curtis, you don't want a spin-off series about seeing all the Bovins die next?
No.
That takes place before Return of the Jedi?
No.
Yeah. I just said that when this show first started, it took maybe 2 episodes when I said, this is how the pros do it. And I'm not to take anything away from obviously Jon Favreau. He's amazing. He does incredible films, right? But I just, again, think everybody who was involved in that series in Rogue One, too, they just did it the way the best in Hollywood does it.
So I have a weird thing happening here. I can hear everybody except Tyler, and I have no clue why. And I know you all can hear him because I can hear all of you, but I cannot hear him at all.
That's been
really
happening
weird.
on StreamYard lately. If you leave and come back, you should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was saying some really nasty things about you, so
He
That's
was.
fair. I get it.
Well, I'll just tack on my real quick 2 cents about Andor. I don't get the same feeling from it as I get watching the original New Hope. Conceptually and ideologically, I know there's a lot of things, but New Hope is a lot more fun. It's more playful. It's got more of the action adventure, whereas Andor is a lot more gritty, real. But I like the distinct feeling, but I still like it. The little guy rising up against the big bad is still there, but like he doesn't have the force to rely. Like there's none of the magic, if you will, the fantasy elements of it. It's more the gritty, realistic side of it. And
Yeah, that's fair.
so like I get that you can see both of it, but yeah, it's a hard watch. Like I'm with Trevor. I do like watching stuff that makes me feel all the range of stuff, especially now that I have some medication to help regulate that and doesn't send me into panic attacks at work because a movie depressed me because it's too real. True story. That's what actually led me to going to therapy. Was I watched the movie Wind River. That'll really cheer you up. And then I tried to go to work and I couldn't make eye contact with anybody. I had a complete anxiety spiral attack the rest of that day. And I was at work for an hour, went home, and like I was like, all right, I need help. I can't function like this as a human being. So side note, I get it, Curtis. Like I get it.
I think that around like 8 or 10 years old, I was like, this is the way that I like movies, and it stayed that way the rest of my life. So when I'm looking at something, would 8-year-old Curtis enjoy this? And 8-year-old Curtis would hate Andor. 8-year-old Curtis would love Acolyte. He would love Skeleton Crew. And so those are the things that I like, the things that bring me back to being a kid and make me happy, not stuff that makes me think and go, wow, this is well written. I don't give a fuck what's well written. I want to know what makes me happy, and it doesn't make me happy. So
for me, knowing I've got New Hope, Empire, Return of the Jedi, that I know I can go to those happy places for Star Wars. For me, I'm not saying you're wrong. So like that allows me to go through something like Andor, knowing like even though like the original trilogy is dealing with like the bigger strokes of everything, yeah, getting into the fine details in the smaller series is pretty good. But that said, someone brought up Clone Wars in the comments. I remember trying to watch Clone Wars when that came out initially. I couldn't stand it. I saw the movie in theaters, like the 2 hour or hour and a half, like it was the first couple episodes. And you all know me and how much I love Ahsoka now. In that first 90 minutes of her introduction, I was like, I hate this kid. Not hate, but I was like, this is not for me. Like, this is for a younger audience, and that's fine. I've got the stuff I like. Before Force Awakens came out, I was like, I was getting that Star Wars bug, and all the stuff was on Netflix or Hulu or something at the time that I had. So I like was watching all of that, and like I finally got to a certain point where like something in the tone of it shifted, and then by the time I got to the end, I was like,
3
oh,
4 it started getting
like something happened in one of the battles, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're just fighting the droids, but like there's something weighty to this that I wasn't seeing before. And by the time you get to the end of it, it's like, oh, this is just a really slow burn character arc for Ahsoka, going from a basically, conscripted child soldier into a character in like a moral quandary over what she was taught to believe and what she's actually seeing. But that show, I think, still balances a lot of the fun and the playfulness, because you get the droids doing the whole Roger, Roger, and like the episodes with Jar Jar, which I don't hate Jar Jar. I think he was, maybe we won't get into that right now. But they do some cool stuff, I think, with him in the Clone Wars show that expanded on the character. And I was talking to someone, I think it was Matt Rodriguez this week, and he's like, do you think George Lucas is like a creative genius, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I think he's a great idea guy, like Stan Lee, but it takes other people to filter those ideas out and nuance it and twist it to get it to tell the story he's trying to tell.
Yeah.
If Marsha Lucas, his first wife, had not been involved with Star Wars, I'm telling you, Star Wars would have flopped, because some of the stuff she's told about, like editing that thing, because she was the editor on that, made like some of the decisions that he wanted to do were like, oof, that would have been bad. So like, you're right, Jesse. Like he's like the mastermind behind it, and Yeah, I think it would be nice if everything could be run by him, but he's not, especially with dialogue and things like that, as all the actors from the first movies have said. Like, he wasn't great with that. You know what I mean? Like, it just.
Well, when he
had
was
that idea, man.
almost
Had that
100%
idea.
control of the prequels,
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah.
In my mind. But, and then, he did
People love the prequels, though.
they do. But
People
he
are
did a.
It took
Tuskegee
20 years for
Airmen
people
movie.
to love the prequels, though.
It took Clone
What's the
Wars for
kids who
people to
grew
like
up?
the prequels.
Yes.
Oh,
Brandon.
Well,
I don't
okay,
know
let me
if Clone
rephrase. Let me
Wars-
rephrase.
Clone Wars totally helped.
I didn't say that right. I should have said that. It took our age, and you guys, this isn't a dig. You guys are a little older than Brendan and I and Tyler. But like, I loved Return of the Jedi. For people who were a little bit older than me when that came out, they hated the Ewoks. Most of them, not everybody, but most people loved making fun of the. Like, I remember hearing kids, a couple years older than me in high school, like, "Oh man, when those 2 Ewoks die on Endor, it's the best part of the movie." I'm like, "What's wrong with you?" Like,
Teddy bears.
Early internet trolls right there before the internet.
yeah.
Um,
And
I didn't hate the Ewoks.
but I do think George Lucas is a huge revisionist on his own work. Looking back
yeah.
and like
Oh, yeah.
I don't think. I mean, not only what you see with the special editions, what he's done, but just like the way he's addressed stuff,
Oh, yeah. Did it in the.
like just changes
OG.
to whatever. And it's his stuff. That's fine. Like, I appreciate the world he created. I think other people have played with it better than he has, and some people have played with it worse.
But the fact that he created the universe, brilliant, right? But like you said, put it in people's hands who can help bring it to life the way they can,
And yes, Tuna Mater, I know she wasn't the only editor on Star Wars, but she
Yeah,
did
right.
make a lot of decisions that at least she's attributed to making that made a big difference on certain things. I can't, off the top of my head, remember what they were, but there were some like doozies,
Yeah.
like things that were like, wow, that would have been bad.
It's like the whole thing with like Stan Lee and the X-Men. Like, everybody's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Stan Lee, they wrote the X-Men to be, this like commentary on like segregation and Malcolm X." And I'm like, no, that's not what Stan Lee wrote. That didn't come around to like Claremont and stuff in the 70s. In the 60s, it was just like, "Oh, here's some teenagers," and like,
They were just looking for something different to write that would compete with
Yeah.
DC or whatever.
Here's where I always go, and the footage is out there for anybody who wants to see it. George Lucas was doing a show that was going to be a TV show for Star Wars before he sold it, and if you've ever seen it, it was absolute crap. And
was that like the underground one or whatever?
yeah. And I laugh when people are like, "Oh, if George Lucas was doing this," meaning Acolyte, meaning any of these shows, people act like it would have been the superior product. And I'm like, no, we know how that would have gone because we've seen what he would have done. And we know how the prequels went. And I'm sorry, the prequels have some amazing moments in them. Absolutely. Duel of the Fates is one of the coolest freaking things to have ever happened in Star Wars cinema. I 100%
Yeah,
agree
I
with
think
that.
the music would made that, but yeah.
Yeah. But the facts are, and I said it earlier, and I'll stand by it. If Clone Wars hadn't happened, nobody would be saying about the prequels what they're saying now. Nobody would be like having these major renaissance of that it's happening right now because it added, again, just like Andor did for the OT, adding that gravitas to things. Clone Wars added. Why did Anakin go to the dark side? Because otherwise, Episode 3 makes absolutely no sense. Him falling to the dark side. It is. I can teach you things. Oh,
It's way too quick. Yeah, it's way too
let me
quick.
reject everything
think-
I've learned and lived and loved, and I'm just going to go and kill people now.
Yeah, I know. It
I
was
think
way
Curtis
too
has a
quick.
question.
Like, I mean, I'm old with some of these other guys, and I love the prequels right from the start. Like, I hated Jar Jar because he's Jar Jar, but I love the prequels, and I did not care for the Clone Wars until like I don't know, like a year ago, 2 years ago, because the first couple seasons of Clone Wars are really fucking rough to get through. The last like 2 or 3 years of 2 or 3 seasons of Clone Wars is probably the best Star Wars that I've ever seen.
Season 7's
The
amazing.
last season is insane. It's so
Yeah.
good.
But I loved the prequels before I ever cared about.
I'm not saying there weren't people who didn't like the prequel. I love as
There
a
are.
whole. I like episode 3. I like episode 3 as a whole, but again, it had no weight to it. It
Yeah.
had no. There was
a
no.
lot.
And it added just Clone Wars added so much context, so much, and how I've seen people do edits where they've taken those last couple episodes, last 4 episodes of Clone Wars and merged it with episode 3 and show you how things are like happening. Brilliant, absolute brilliant. And so for me, that I watched that and I'm like, okay, I would already like episode 3. Now it's like, okay, there's this powerfulness to it that really makes that whole downfall and what's happening with the clones and everything so much cooler.
It definitely makes
I just
it
have
much
to.
better.
I just have to circle around to Andor again. The people who watched the prequels and loved the prequels, didn't you know that Anakin was going to be Darth Vader and he was going to die eventually? Like,
I was actually
you
looking
knew the
forward
end of
to
that
that.
story. So
I was looking forward. I was looking forward to Anakin fighting a bunch of Jedi. I was looking for a lot of lightsaber fighting, and instead I got him killing some kids, and that's about it. And then a really bad Obi-Wan fight. So
yeah.
Well, that's why I like the Mandalorian with some of those flashbacks, adding even more like to that whole Order 66 thing. I mean, every time they revisit Order 66, whether that be a
That's the best stuff of Order 66. That's the best stuff in the Mandalorian. Absolutely.
I mean, speaking of that, Bad Batch, that's a great. I find
Batch?
that season
love
super
Bad Batch.
enjoyable. Yeah.
Love
And
Bad
one of these
Batch.
days, maybe when I'm retired and I have time, I want to go back and rewatch Clone Wars in chronological order. I just want to check that out. But yeah, I think they fixed so much for the prequels. They had some amazing arcs within that whole series. You know, it was really well done.
Yeah, I love the Bad Batch. The Bad Batch I didn't like on Clone Wars. Like I thought it was like this is a goofy take on shit right here. But like the show itself was cool. Rebels,
Love
a
it.
lot of filler. There's a lot of filler in Clone Wars, like Curtis was saying. It's
Especially
some
the
of those
first couple
seasons are tough to get through because, and I watched them like because I didn't watch it at first. Like I think somebody was saying it was Brendan, but like it was tough to get through when it first came out. I was like, I don't really like this. You know, I don't like the prequels, and I'm not really into this. But there's some great episodes in there. There's just a lot of filler. There's a lot of filler that you got to get through. It is what it is.
So let me put this out to the group. So Clone Wars was sort of a combination of Lucas and Filoni, right? So you've got Lucas's genius, and Filoni was able to come in and maybe streamline or help with the storytelling and create cool characters and art and everything. So now that Filoni's taking over, Kennedy's stepped out. What are your thoughts? Mine personally, I think that if he can do sort of what we feel like we would like Lucas to do, like if Filoni can bring in great directors and writers and stuff, as long as he doesn't get way too embedded in the Star Wars-ness of what he's trying to say, I think we'll be okay. I'm cautiously optimistic about him taking over. I think he knows more about Star Wars and maybe even George Lucas himself at this point. But again, I hope he doesn't get too embedded in that it almost interferes with the storytelling, if that makes sense.
I think. Oh, sorry. I'll hold.
No, go ahead.
I think Filoni. I know people have opinions about Mandalorian and how the last season's progressed in the upcoming movie. You know, this, that, and the other thing. But I think Filoni was the best filter or like middleman from Lucas to the fans because when he does a breakdown on like a director's roundtable or something talking about why the track is called the Duel of the Fates, because the whole thing boiling down between who's going to train Anakin. Is it going to be, is it going to be Qui-Gon or Palpatine? Because yes, Obi-Wan trained him, but like the way he breaks it down, I was like, man, I wish Filoni could have been around to help get that into Phantom Menace, like to make that more. I mean, yes, it's like, okay, Qui-Gon, but like there's so much weight in that little 5-minute clip that I think Lucas he was so focused on the bigger technical things that Andor focuses on, but not in a way that made it as engaging,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Hmm.
Like the political stuff of it. Like I think he was trying to do too much in the prequels, and that's why Anakin's stories feels rushed. It's like we got to go from him being the sweet innocent kid to being a Jedi who's struggling to switching to the dark side on a dime in the last movie, where Clone Wars helped flesh that out. And I think that Filoni has done a really good job. Now, is he going to make everything perfect? No, especially being at the top. Other people are going to have to be involved, but I think he's probably the best person to be helping guide people. You know, I think we're going to get some amazing stuff. I think we're still going to get some stinkers from time to time, but at the end of the day, it's all still Star Wars, and you know, I'll check out everything they do.
I think Filoni is the guy who, as we were saying earlier, like if you had Lucas as like sort of a bouncing board for things is great. I don't think Dave Filoni can write dialogue, and I know Jesse, I might irritate you with this, but I thought
That's fine.
Ahsoka was a piece of crap. I love those characters in the cartoons as cartoons, and I wanted to see them brought to life in a realistic way and deep feelings. There's a lot of stuff built up with that, but nobody else knew about that if you didn't watch a cartoon, which is part of the problem with Star Wars too, that there's such deep lore that like you can't just pick up Ahsoka and like I have to pause it every second and tell my wife like, okay, so this person used to be like, it's ridiculous. Like you've got to write a story that people who've never seen these characters ever before in your life will understand what's going on and care about them. And when it's like, you know, they're sitting there and like, you know, we never thought we'd find you. How did you? What? Find me. Like, oh my God. The dialogue was inane in that. And like, he's got the lore. I think he's got the lore, and I think he's got an overall feeling for it. So I think he might be good in this role if he's taken away from actually writing dialogue. Like, let people like Tony Gilroy, whether you like Andor or not, write dialogue. You know what I mean? But don't. Dave Filoni is a good cartoon writer. He's just not for real life stuff. I think he'll be a good director, though. I think he'll be a good overall overseer of the brand. I think he'll be good for that.
Yeah, just got to be smart about who you partner with. Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. I didn't like The Godfather, but that's okay.
Wow.
Tyler, Brendan, what do you guys think?
Note, I didn't say it was bad.
No.
I just say I didn't enjoy it.
So that the one question I threw out to these guys, except for Brendan because he wasn't here yet, but before we started was, what would you like to see? Like, what is a movie or show or something that you would like to see that they haven't done yet? So, yeah, Brendan.
Nothing. The
Okay.
biggest mistake Star Wars fans make is expectations. And that is why so many people hate so much of Star Wars, is because they go into it with their expectations of how things are supposed to go or how things are going to go. And when their expectations aren't met, therefore they are disappointed. I have a good friend who has always told me the only way to be disappointed in life is to have expectations. And I think way too many, and I'm not saying we should therefore dismiss bad writing, but I think one of the reasons that the sequels get so much hate is because people had an expectation for how Luke Skywalker was supposed to go, and when that wasn't met, they hated all of it. And so that in so many theories, and if you remember, there were so many theories from these freaking a-holes like Mike Zero and Star Wars Theory and all these fricks that I can't freaking stand and would love to delete their YouTube accounts somehow if I could just figure it out. They poisoned the well to a point where people do not go into these things with just a blank mind, a blank slate, and just go in and enjoy it. It's Space Wizards, folks.
It's
At the end of the
space
day,
fantasy.
it's fantasy Space Wizards. You're never going to get the best dialogue. You're never going to get a perfect story, because at the end of, yes, could they have sat down? Do I think that they are disjointed, the sequels? Absolutely. Like there's they should have had a more cohesive plan, 100%.
Yeah.
But I do not hate the movies because I did not have an expectation as to who should be what, or how this should go, or what Ray should be, or and all these things. And there were definitely missed moments. There were things that could have happened. So I do not have any expectations for what I want to see in Star Wars. I just want Star Wars, and I'll enjoy it because I'm a 5-year-old who enjoys the thing that he fell in love with the first time he ever saw the Imperial Guard on screen, and was like, oh, who are they? And that's what got me into Star Wars.
That's awesome. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I don't have expectations either. I'm one that is very big on going in with low or no expectations. Anything. What we're talking about now is kind of wave a magic wand. What would you like them to do? Not that you're expecting them to do it. What would you like them to do? So, is there anybody that does have something that they would like them to do?
I do want to expand just touch on Brandon's comment though, because I didn't expect anything, and I don't care. I like a story to be told and to go where I wasn't expecting it, and to have Luke, be disenchanted with the Jedi Order and stuff like that. Okay, I'm down with that. It's just, it was the writing of that and the way they went about it that I thought was terrible. and what was I going to say? Yeah, I just don't think, it felt like a phone game to me. It was Luke goes into a bar and then you take it and no, have a plan, man. First of all, these are characters that are not just this is a new thing that we're doing, and people don't know who these people are. People have grown up. Lore has grown around. We've had books that have talked about it that, okay, they're not canon anymore, but at least people kind of have feelings about this stuff. Take that into account. All right. Getting back to Curtis's question though. I would love to see post Return of the Jedi stuff done in high quality animation, a la Arcane, a la Blue-Eyed Samurai, with our favorite characters, maybe voiced by those people. I don't want to see any more CGI. Young Luke, it was cool. They did a good job in Book of Boba Fett, but I'm kind of done with that, and I don't want to see Sebastian Stan play Luke Skywalker. I just want to see some continuing adventures of that are fun. Maybe not as deep as Andor. I don't need everything to be as deep as Andor. In animation, I would love to see them take that in a different direction and have some people who are not cartoon Disney Plus, animation, but some high quality stuff. That's what I want to see.
So fill in the gap between Return of the Jedi and
and Mandalorian,
and that's cool.
Somewhere in there. Yeah,
I like that.
So I agree with that. I do want to see something in that era, but yeah.
No, that's an expectation. You're not allowed to have that.
Shut up, Curtis.
How about you, Tyler? Anything you'd want to see?
Yeah, I would want to see more things like Andor. And then when I say that, I don't mean the gritty, spy. What I want to see is less lightsabers. That kind of stuff. I want to see more in this world. I think I know it got shat on when it first came out, but Star Wars Outlaws is a fantastic game, and it you go into that world and you're just a person kind of, and I would like to see more stories like that. Now, obviously, Andor, Cassian was somebody, but I'd like to see more of those smaller stories. Kind of like Skeleton Crew. That's kind of a smaller, cast of characters where we're not getting into, as much as I'd love to see post Return of the Jedi stuff. That would be amazing in animation. Do I think we necessarily need that? Not necessarily. I think I'd like to see more new stuff. And I think if they do new series, let's give them a little bit of time to breathe and maybe not cancel things after one season. Yeah. That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see, if they do release a show that's not maybe a hit with everybody, give it some time to breathe. Give it some room to grow. Don't just fucking write things off. That's, if we're talking about franchise goals, to give things time to grow, and let's see where it goes.
Reactionary.
I would
love to see the Acolyte series too. I don't think it was a perfect season. Season 1, I liked it. Star Wars is Star Wars to me. But I'd love to see that mindset from the creators stop, you know. But that's just me.
I would like to see the opposite of everything Tyler just said. So I want
Why?
all lightsabers. I want to not think about it. I want.
Yeah, but we've seen that.
No, but wait a minute. It's because Tyler's saying like there are this is a galaxy of people. Like what
I
if it
don't
was
care.
all bounty? What if it was bounty hunters? What if it was Bosk and
I would watch it.
IG-88 on
I would
a
watch
mission to do like that would be cool. There's no lightsabers because
I
they're
would
not
watch it. But
Jedi.
what I want to see
If it's a great story,
between episode 3 and 4, from Vader's perspective, I just want to see Vader like hunting down and destroying all the Jedi that are hidden throughout the galaxy. That's what I want. And I want to see lightsaber battle after lightsaber battle and not have to think.
Obi-Wan,
and I don't give a crap
was gonna say
about
more
dialogue.
Obi-Wan.
either. Yeah,
Uh,
Obi-Wan
So
I
you
don't
want
care.
all the you want all,
I would
Curtis
watch
wants
that
all
too.
the good guys killed, and that's what makes him happy.
I just want to see
Well,
cool fights that I don't have to think about.
Curtis, did you
Yeah.
like Obi-Wan?
He's already got
did.
the story.
I
He
did
just
too.
he knows what he just wants to see from I liked Obi-Wan. It has its
I did too.
flaws. It has some really great moments. I agree with Kurt. I think seeing his perspective of Anakin, whether it's an animation or something, chronicling him, because he knows he chose the wrong thing
Mhm.
when everything happens in the end of Revenge of the Sith.
And he's stuck.
And the comics have done some cool things where they show him like Palpatine never gives him a break in the comics, which are supposed, I don't know if they still are, but when Marvel got the rights back, they were supposed to be canon and filling in the gaps. He's constantly tested because he knows Vader is the only one who can threaten him. Like he knows he's the chosen one, and he keeps trying to do things to undermine and like keep Vader like a step below. And I would love to see like a series or a movie or something following that. Like I agree with you, Curtis. For me, what I'd like to see, I want to see a Star Wars horror or a Star Wars like I want to see a rom-com
Horror, right? 2 Ors.
horror.
Yeah, gotcha.
I mean, if they do it right, I'll watch the other one. I mean, I watched the Korean movie The Handmaiden earlier this year and I absolutely loved it. But, I want to see. I'd like to see more exploring of stuff. I want to see more stuff with Jedi from the past. I don't need to be tied into the Skywalker storyline so much anymore. Unless we get some stuff to fill in between Return of the Jedi and the sequels. But yeah, I want to see unexpected stuff that like, unless Star Wars, like that movie, oh crap, what was the Split that ended up being like a tie-in to the Unbreakable universe?
Yeah.
And something where like you could watch it, like the movie Life that came out like 10 years ago or whatever could have been like the introduction of like the Venom symbiote into the Marvel universe just through a complete sci-fi horror movie of this organism like taking over people in the
Prometheus
space station or
and
whatever.
Aliens.
No, the movie Life.
No, I'm saying another example, Prometheus, and like how that,
to where it's it's part of the world, but like it's still it can stand on its own legs. That's kind of the stuff I'd like to see. I mean, I didn't like the Super Bowl trailer for Mandalorian and Grogu. I thought that
was fun. That was fun. That was just supposed to be a beer commercial. They were just
I know,
mocking
but
a
like,
beer
what do you like?
commercial.
Yeah, but like you're
was
2
it a
months
beer
away or 3 months away from this
No.
thing debuting, and we've only seen like
Well,
one trailer
okay.
with some action shots. Like, why would you do a Budweiser? I don't know, man. Like, it's funny,
Yeah, I
but
get
like
it.
that should become like out like while the movie's out and it's a hit. If
So
it's a
I
hit.
will say they dropped the ball because I did think that they were going to like tease us with that, and then
Yeah.
like later on drop another trailer that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it would have been fine with me.
Yeah, but so yeah, Jesse, they replicated one that was supposed to be the Clydesdales, and then there's a scene where that was supposed to be a Budweiser commercal.
It's the
So yeah,
Clydesdales.
they did miss a major opportunity. There'd be like a psych, and here's an actual trailer. But because I think people would like actually remember that, and now there's just a lot of like online rage about that being what we've got. I think we're going to get way more, and I think there will be another trailer
yeah.
soon.
For sure.
Just because of one of the things that has me excited about the Mandalorian Grogu movie is the toy announcements, and the reason I'm excited about them is because this is the first Star Wars product in a while where we're getting toys announced before the product. It hasn't happened in a while. It's been like,
Yeah, that's
oh,
kinda
we did the
shocking.
show. Here's some figures. 3 months later, that's kind
Here's a
of been
figure
the
that didn't even appear in the movie for more than.
yeah, that's kind of been
Can you
the
believe
MO
it's been
lately.
7 years since we've had a Star Wars movie at the theaters?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Nuts.
So I think there
Shut
will
the
be
front door.
Mine's there. I do think there will be something. Obviously, more trailers coming, and I'm excited about that. But it's actually just exciting to see some things being built up around Star Wars again. But Jesse, I would say I don't, and Curtis, I don't know how you feel about this. One thing I think would be fun if they did want to go back to the prequel world is like having some series that maybe like around characters like Coyote Mundi, where there's a great comic book where it's Coyote Mundi Outlander with Aura Singh, and maybe he's like tracking down some bounty hunters as a Jedi, or maybe some Quinlan Voss type stuff. I'd be cool to see. Quinlan Voss could be a really cool espionage character as a Jedi, doing some things like, in the background.
That the way you said that, whether it was live action or animated, more stuff like Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Sith, where it's like mini shorts that kind of fill in gaps that help understand characters. Maybe we could finally get an explanation between the whole, like, who's this Jedi who went and set up the creation of the clone army, because like that's never been addressed in. It was a little bit in Clone Wars, but like I don't feel like it was fully satisfactorily explained in the books and other things, yes, but like in the animated and the movies, it's just like this thing. Like Trevor was saying, you shouldn't have had to watch Clone Wars and all of Rebels to understand Ahsoka. Ahsoka, even though I love Ahsoka, I love that character. That show did have problems.
I love the character.
I'm not going to deny it, but I liked it, but it wasn't perfect.
Yeah, I loved everybody who they cast in that. I thought it was great casting, and she's fantastic. They just gave her nothing to do in that movie. But yeah, like
zombie stormtroopers are cool though.
I'm gonna bring this comment up from G, 4.99 super chat. Thank you, G. An animated show with the Legends stories of post Return of the Jedi would be cool.
Yeah,
like the Jedi Academy.
Yes,
I'd be all over.
Build up,
other world,
give me a
or
build up
kind of stuff
to why Ben was the way he was, instead of like a 2-minute sequence in something, and like, all of a sudden Luke loses his mind. Like that to me was like, huh? Like no. But yeah, Tales from the Jedi, like the way they did with Dooku, like I never liked, again, prequel's not my thing. Dooku was like, love Christopher Lee and all, but that made me like, oh, Dooku, interesting character. This was interesting. Like it was that cool. That brought him to life. I'd like to see more of that stuff. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, going back to it.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow, Wyatt doesn't like foreheads. It's cool. It's cool.
I'll just preface with Brent, I'm with you too. I don't speculate a ton. I don't love watching a lot of the speculation stuff, but for a while I was a pretty regular listener to Star Wars Rebel Radio, and I always loved what Jimmy Mack would say, and he says I focus on more on the Star Wars we get than what we don't get, and so being Star Wars, I love it. Bring it, I'll consume all of it, and I may not love all of it. Yeah. Some I'm gonna gush over, some not so much. But to answer the question, you said it, Trevor. This is a massive world, universe, galaxy. There's a gazillion stories you could tell. You can go 1,000 years ahead of time and just completely not touch on any single thing we know. Skywalker's Empire have new good guys, new bad guys. As long as it feels Star Wars, there's certain elements we could list out, what makes it Star Wars for you, and you'll know it when you see it. But just give me good storytelling. That's all I care about, But that being
So
said, I would love an Underworld, and I know that the new mall
Yeah.
I think it's going to scratch
animated
that
That's
series.
going to be good, I think.
Yeah,
That's
some
gonna
sort
be
of the
actually
crime
interesting.
syndicate kind of thing could be
Mhm.
super cool as long as they kind of make it badass and gritty and cool.
They
then
did
I could see
make
that.
the best move in bringing back one of the best characters from the prequels that they killed off immediately. Like,
Cut 'em in
what
half.
the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Good lord. I just want to address Tuna Mater's comment that Luke saw a vision of Ben destroying everything and everyone Luke loved. He just reacted like when Vader threatened to turn Leia. Yeah, but when he reacted to Vader when he threatened to turn Leia, he was just fresh off the factory line from the Jedi training, you know what I mean? And not even very long. This is years later, and like you'd think you'd have some time, and I would have been fine with that whole thing if they built it up. If they had gone back in time and cut out some of that Canto Bite shit or whatever, and gone back into Luke and starting, his academy, and Ben as a little kid, cast a little kid as Ben or a teenager or whatever, and there was something building up. If they took the second movie to go back in time and build that up, cool. But like 2 minutes of he thought about doing this bad thing, so I was ready to kill him, was like, that's not Luke,
that's
man.
not Luke.
Come
Yeah.
on, that's not Luke.
Now we just
And
need
Hamill
8
said the same
seasons of
thing.
an animated series to make it all make sense.
There you go. That's what we need.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
There
that
you
is
go.
what
Jedi
I believe-
Academy, 8 seasons.
I fully expect that we will get a show somewhere somehow.
Probably.
I mean, the one attempt they had was Resistance, which that's.
Well, that was
I
a
am-
kid show, little kid show.
Yeah, I am a Star Wars fan through and through, and there's almost no Star Wars I don't
That's unwatchable.
like. That thing was horrible.
Yeah, it was unwatchable.
Yeah. I can't watch that, or I can't watch episode 2. I just can't watch it. I've tried.
Episode 2 is my
Nope.
least
Me too.
favorite.
I can't sit through it. I just can't
No,
do
me
it.
neither.
I know there are parts of Last Jedi I don't like. Like I don't dislike Canto Bite. I do think that it fits weird in that movie, but I still think Last Jedi is one of my favorite Star Wars movies of the trilogy series. I think Andor is the best one, period. Or not Andor, or one. But and I'm gonna say
Last
I
Jedi.
think Solo is a fun movie.
Great
It's
show.
fun,
Solo
yeah.
is
I
an
think Force
underrated
Awakens was
movie
great.
and got shit because of all the crap that came before it on social media.
Yes.
Solo
Yeah.
is a great
Good.
Star Wars movie. So
It was an
It
actual
wasn't so
campaign
dark.
to take down Solo. There was an actual campaign orchestrated by people like Mike Zero that their goal was to harpoon that movie, whatever. But also Disney screwed up there a little bit with the placement of that film. Because if you were,
Yeah.
there was I think Deadpool was coming out beforehand, and there was a Marvel Avengers movie maybe right afterwards. It was like, and it was saying, it was like, gosh, if the movies are getting expensive, and it was like, okay, I don't have any. If I'm going to choose, that movie's the least one of those movies that I
It had
care
a lot
about.
of unfair circumstances.
Yeah,
surrounding it,
and also the marketing was horrible on that movie.
I
Disney
really
dropped
enjoy
the
it.
ball.
Yeah, I think it was well done.
That's one that the fans kept us. Tyler, you said something really good earlier about let something breathe, give it a chance. But Solo was one that we got ripped off because could have had some really cool things following up on that, which is what we're going to get with Maul. That was where that was headed.
Yeah. God, I hope that's good.
And then Acolyte. I think Acolyte had, if it had been given a chance to breathe. I know, Trevor, look at Trevor. Trevor, bring it in, buddy. Come on. We can. I need you to be in the moment. Okay.
There's elements that they could have pulled. It was just
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. But where they were headed, if that had been given a chance to actually happen, I think people would have a totally different perspective on how it started. Just like Clone Wars, everybody hated that first season of Clone Wars, and then it was 1-2 seasons, and then all of a sudden now it's one of the most beloved things in all of Star Wars. Acolyte was on that, could have had that same trajectory if people had just given a chance to have some room to breathe.
I think Ackler
And
had some great ideas. I think the structure of that thing and the way they told that story was just like so haphazard and weird and like just like
Yeah,
I
it had
didn't
the right elements. I just don't think it was
care
done
about
right.
anybody in
maybe,
that
but
show.
but that could be said about those first seasons of Clone Wars too. They didn't have those right. The writing was bad. Calling her
Oh,
Sky.
come on,
Calling
Sky Guy.
Sky Guy.
I would
you know,
still hold to that though. Like I think the later seasons kind of prop up Clone Wars, honestly. Like
Yeah, well,
the
that's what I'm
first
saying.
seasons
Like,
are
if it
great.
had a
You know what I
chance
mean?
to actually get there, but no,
Okay,
we want it.
okay,
We want it now. And we want it to be amazing right now. And they were
okay.
kind of like, I think they were leading up to the amazing, and now we're never going to see it because people are. I hate it.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I see where you're coming from because there was the same kind of blowback and hatred as there was towards Solo prior to it happening. But I think this was post it happening, and I think it was around a lot of bullshit. I don't think the writing was good. I don't think the structure of that show was good. I don't think there was any reason that I cared about anybody in that show. But could it have been given a second season? I suppose. You know what I mean? Like, whereas I think the structure of Solo, I think that movie was a good movie. I think it's a fun movie. I think it was good, and it was just the internet bullshit that killed that. Yeah.
Totally, Wyatt. That's funny.
Maybe. Maybe.
Just different perspective for sure.
Yeah,
What
I'm
if-
not coming from it like from the old person perspective of the original trilogy, man. I'm looking at new stuff.
Oh yeah,
It's
for sure.
good. I mean, I loved Rebels. I loved Rebels. Rebels was great.
Same.
Yeah, Jesse. Sorry.
Thank you. I'm going to say this. I think a lot of the problem with Star Wars isn't just Star Wars. I think it's just the whole industry as a whole right now. I love streaming services. I don't like where streaming services have to like remind you of everything that's happening every 5 minutes because you're on your phone. Maybe there's certain shows and things that can work for, and that's just the right thing. But like, I think, instead of just, and I don't know where I'm going with this, but the whole thing with, like Brandon was talking about with Solo and you guys were saying stuff, let stuff breathe. Like, if opening weekend doesn't work, opening weekend for Star Wars, was big, but it stayed big. It was in theaters for months.
Different
Most
time, but
movies
yes.
are in and out of theaters in less than
4 weeks,
60
5
days
weeks.
anymore
Yeah.
at the most. And then they're popping up on, to purchase on streaming and all this stuff. Like,
You had to go to the movies back then, though, too.
like
Yeah.
I like going to the movie theater. I just don't like going to the theaters near me. I don't
So that's
enjoy
what
that experience. It doesn't feel like an experience. That's why if I go see a movie, it's going to be a big blockbuster movie, and I'm going to drive almost an hour away to go to York to see it on one of the big screens to at least have something worthwhile and not sticky floors in the bathroom, sinks that don't work, people lifting their shirts up behind the counter instead of helping. Like, I don't know
What
what's going on.
theater are you
Camp Hill movie
going to?
theater. I don't know. It's weird.
So whoever's making
people-
the decisions, they need to know the difference between whether they have a story to put in a streaming platform. Because I love being able to, have
Gee, you
the
should have taken
time to
yourself to
do
bed.
that, the time to flesh out a story over 8, 10, whatever, how many episodes. But take Obi-Wan. That was supposed to originally be a movie.
Yeah,
It should
and
have
it
stayed
could have been a good
movie.
movie.
When somebody did that fan edit of it, it was
Yes.
good. It cut it down to
Yes.
like an hour and a half or something, and it was good.
Mhm.
But they just need to know the difference between where it should live.
My wife gets really tired of me saying that would have been a really good movie.
2.5 hours,
Uh,
man. That would have been
So
fun.
so many of these series that we watch now, it's like that should have been a movie. But you
I
actually
wanted
just
to-
kind of
Can I bring this up real quick
Yes, sure, sure.
from G? He said his son tried to debate that the Clone Wars is better than all the movies, and he sent his ass to bed. I think that's a legitimate debate. I mean, I'm not saying that he's right, but I don't think it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
No, he should go to bed.
Send his ass to
Oh.
bed.
I think
It's
G
great.
should go to bed.
Clone Wars was great. It's not. I mean, if it was just an animated series without the movies, I mean, then you can't separate one from the other. So I don't know how you would even come to that conclusion. But there was you did kind of stoke a little bit of a fear I have with the Mandalorian, and that is that people aren't going to go see it in theaters because they know they just have to wait 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and then it's going to be on Disney Plus. And I really
And they
think
haven't
Disney
built
should
it
be
up to
smart
anything.
here. Exactly. I think Disney should be smart here and let us know ahead of time this is not coming to streaming for a year. Like, go back to that. Like let's
Something
not
like
put
that.
these things
'Cause
right on streaming, because
Yeah.
then people are gonna say, "Oh, look at the box office. The box office sucks. So Star Wars is
I
dead."
can wait a month.
Star Wars is dead, or they're not going to do any more Mando. They're going to.
And I don't have any.
It's
this
just
is my
they're so
problem.
reactionary.
I don't have any anticipation because that third season didn't build up to anything. You could have led me to like, whoa, there's going to be a big battle for this Darksaber and the control of the Mandalorians, and who's going to be? It's like, no, you can have it. That's cool. I'm like, wait, what? What? Like, there's been 2 seasons of this build up with the Darksaber and the who's going to rule the Mandalorians, and like that you just you're it's cool. So now where's this going? I don't even know where it's going. I don't know what we're building up to. I've
just
seen
hope it's
one
not gonna
thing.
be
I've seen one trailer with like some really cool battle scenes, but I don't know what the story is. This is what I'm saying. Like, there's no consequences. I don't know what the stakes are in this movie. Like, I have no idea. Could Mandalorian die? I don't know. Probably not, because they want to milk this thing. So I mean, it's like, I don't care. Like, I'll wait till it comes. Yeah, I'll probably go to
milk
the
it like
theater to see
Luke was milking that sea beast in Last
That's
Jedi.
right.
Nope, we don't talk about that.
I mean, the one thing that I'm interested in, it's just a small clip in the Mandalorian, but they did enough to get me excited, was just how this is going to tie back to the prequels, because we're going to see Jabba the Hutt's son from the original Clone Wars movie is now full grown Hutt. So that's the one thing I'm excited about in this. It's like, oh, we're going to tie a whole lot of things together here with that.
Is that Rhoda?
Rhoda the Hutt, yeah. Rhoda the Hutt is going to is in that like boxing ring or whatever we see.
Well, because they brought him in the comics, and like he's like jacked, swole Hutt, and he's like a Jedi killer.
Yeah.
You think they could just drop the whole the Hutt thing, because I mean, it's like, duh.
Yeah.
Kind of know
Wait,
where
what
you're
is
coming
it?
from
What
there.
is it? I don't know. What's his people?
Did we?
I just hope it's a good
Like
enough
Rhoda the
movie that can
Canadian. Oh,
stand
like, really? You're
alone.
Canadian? I had no idea. It was.
Did
As
we
long
ever
as it's a
get
good enough story
Nate,
that can. Go ahead.
Nate,
sorry,
did we ever get your like what you would want from Star Wars?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay, I blanked.
Oh,
all right.
But
Hey,
as
what
far
you
as the
saying?
Mando, I just hope it's a movie that can stand alone on its own. If it's a cliffhanger that might lead into the next streaming season, I don't know about that. Like, if it sets stuff up for it, fine. I just hope it doesn't end up being like an hour and a half, 2-hour ad for the next Ahsoka, the next whatever. You know what I mean? It's just like, have it be its own contained story. And if it can lead into other stuff, great. But I want it to have a beginning and an end, and just, you know what I mean? Just be good storytelling. Keep coming back to that. That's all I ask.
I fully agree with that. And as much as I loved season 3 of The Mandalorian, I just hit me. I liked it. I don't know. I hope I don't want to see The Mandalorian again after this movie. Like,
I don't either.
I mean, I've got posters on my walls. I love that series. I think this should be the end of his story, because I think it should. I mean, obviously, I don't know the movie. I don't know how it was written, but it's about the Mandalorian and Grogu. Maybe we should just end it and let them have an ending, and then move
I'd
on.
be fine with that.
You know what's great about Andor? It ended and it's over, and I want more, and I can't have more.
I agree
and
with
that's
Trevor.
great.
Finally,
and I think that's a perfect time to wrap the show up while everybody's laughing and having a good time.
I think the best part
I
about
agree.
Andor is it's over. You're right.
I loved season 3 of Mandalorian. I didn't care that the Darksaber thing was. I thought I liked it because, like, I don't want to see Mando ruling the Mandalorians. Like, that is not his vibe. Like,
Right. No,
it's like that's like the man with no name, like, becoming president of America. You know, like, who wants to see that movie?
Well,
you know?
it could have been thrust into it. You know what I mean? Like, thrust into it against his will. That would have been
but
interesting.
we've seen that so many times. I don't. I think he would have been a horrible leader. I think he would have been of a culture. I don't think that's his.
No,
thing.
he would have been terrible, but that would have been the whole point. Like he'd have to grow into it. I think it would have.
You want to see your cool badass guy like completely fail and then end it.
Well, I also think people the title, the Mandalorian. The Mandalorian is singular and plural. So the show wasn't just about him. It was about the Mandalorian. And so I love how season 3 went. I also love the fact that season 3, and so many people missed this. They got a lot clearer as it went on. But it was so clear from the first season that they were building up to The Force Awakens. They were laying groundwork for so much of the Trevor,
retconning.
Retconning. God, Trevor.
Retconning.
They were. You mean like the Clone Wars? Or Rogue One and Andor. So anyhow, this is a history that we are now doing with Star Wars. By the way, we're retconning everything to fix the movies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I like that so much of that. Showed Luke. Building that Jedi Academy that we see get destroyed.
Yes.
Things like that happen throughout the Mandalorian. So, yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to bring that point up because I think that a lot of people missed that aspect of Boba Fett and Mandalorian, that they were laying all that groundwork.
I also want to say I hate what they did with her, but I liked Rey as a character, and I would love to see more
Me
Rey
too.
movies.
Yeah, that is happening.
I would
right?
like
There
to
is
see them
Simon Kinberg,
give her
supposedly, right?
like retake her. You know what I mean? Just like forget. All right,
Yeah.
Palpatine, whatever. Forget.
Yeah.
Just like give her something to do.
I just had pain from my eyes rolling so far in the back of my head.
Oh,
God.
I'm gonna agree with Trevor. I love the character of Rey. They misstepped with her, and yes, did she
Many ways.
speedily grasp how to use the Force in the first movie?
So did Luke.
Yes, that not as strong as she did in the first movie. Not as strong as she
No.
did. He wasn't using the mind trick like the first time he tried it.
No, that's true.
That said, I have no problem with her fighting skills and ability to use the lightsaber. I just wish they would have incorporated some of that into the movie to where, like, hey, they don't need to spoon feed us everything, but like some stuff you got to set up. Like we could have seen some stuff with her. Okay, she knocks Finn out with the staff, like at the beginning. Like that's not enough to establish her as a fighter who's been defending herself for the past 15 years since she got abandoned here at 4 years old or whatever.
Right.
Like
Storytelling.
and being able to fly the ship. Like there was a book that came out like that set up the 3 main characters. And if they would have just incorporated some of that into the movie, even if it was
all
just
they
a
had to
line
say
of
about Luke was
exposition-
like he had that he had the ship, the T-13. He's like, yeah, we used to, shoot womp rats at
I have no
500
problem with
meters,
him
T-13.
flying.
It's like, oh, this guy can fly. Okay, cool. Now I understand that. You know what I mean? Like that's where it comes from. Like it's storytelling. They didn't establish that with her at all. You know?
yeah, and it like.
That's why she was married.
That down to AT-AT she was in. She in the book it says that she's like running simulations every night, like on how to fly different craft.
Yeah.
So like that after the sun would go down, that's what she did until she went to bed. So like there was all these things that were right there that they could have made the movies better if they just anyway.
in hindsight.
And the whole Palpatine of the last movie just absolutely.
I just wanted her to be nobody, and that's what
Me
I
too.
thought she was going to be, and like she was just going to be
The
like
one
a new Jedi
thing that would-
Order, and
make that better to me is if it wasn't just Palpatine's clone, if they somehow retcon that her dad was Starkiller. I mean, it would have to tweak the game with the Force Unleashed, right? That's where he's from.
yeah.
If he was like Vader's second, his Sith apprentice, like if they were somehow able to work that, and he was like an independent Palpatine and not just a clone, like diabolical copy paste. That's one of the things that would make me accept that genealogy for her if they could explain it well. But I would have preferred her being nobody.
There you go.
Agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think you just absolutely ruined Starkiller with that idea, but that's whatever.
I didn't say it was a good idea. It's just what
Yeah,
I
well,
why-
I'm just glad
This
you
is why
recognized
making
Star
it.
it.
Wars is contentious.
Here's what I would like to finish up with. Like, the Star Wars is a property that has lasted long enough, and there's been enough iterations of it that there's something for everybody to like. Like what you like, let people like what they like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go from there.
Just right. You don't have to pee in someone's Cheerios if you don't like what you know.
Thank you, Nate. Let people like what they like, and stop making people feel bad online for liking the sequels or the prequels. You like them, great.
Or Andor.
I love aspects of all of it. There is not one Star Wars product that I have not liked some aspect of. Even Resistance, there was one character in there that I liked, the cartoon. But you know, it's never going to all be perfect. It's never going to be everything for everybody. But yeah, stop freaking making people feel bad for liking it. Nerds right now, we run the dang world. We have, back when I was growing up, I never told people I love Star Wars, and now I get a freaking chance every time people come into my studio where my toy collection is, and people are like, "Oh my God, it's amazing." Yeah, you will. But my point being, you know, we act like we've always had this table to eat from, and we're eating like it's not like nobody's business. Freaking enjoy it.
Yep. Yeah, man. 3
there's
years
a lot
in
of
between movies
properties
when I was young, man. It was like felt like an eternity.
I've been waiting for another Last Starfighter movie for 40 years. There's properties out there that just do not get any extra. Like, whatever it was is what it was, and that's it. So yeah, enjoy what you can from it. So yeah, even that crappy Rogue One movie had a great Darth Vader scene at the end.
Hell yeah,
it's a two-sided, it's a double-edged sword, isn't that? You know, like The Last Starfighter, great movie. It's like you said with Andor, and you agree. It ended, and like you want more, but there is no more. You know what I mean? But now we have so much Star Wars that it's like, you know, you kind of have to parse it out and just say this part of Star Wars is not for me. This part of Star Wars is for me. You know, that's like you said, and you and Brendan said, like, you just kind of have to do that at this point.
Nice thinking, G. Awesome.
And I agree with this. What universe is perfect? We are lucky to have it. I agree. I would rather them slow the brakes and give us better quality instead of just quantity. I know there's the whole corporate drive of like, we got to make money off of everything.
Yeah,
that's Disney a problem they have to figure out.
Yeah,
churning out garbage isn't gonna help. You know, it's not like McDonald's where everybody can just stop eating it. You know, like people can turn off their streaming services. I mean, people can stop
sell
eating
toys if nobody cares. But
right,
you know what I mean?
My last thought is this: we can all be happy that we didn't get those Zack Snyder movies as Star Wars movies.
Yes,
amen.
Yeah,
yes,
it's true.
Well, cool, man. Thanks for having us, guys.
Absolutely. We're gonna put you guys in the back, and if you have to go, we totally understand. If not, hang out, and we'll be back with you in just a minute. Yes. But it's been awesome having you guys on, so thank you very much.
See you.
Thank you. I built this during this. This was fun.
Fun.
Hi, guys. What is that? A trash compactor?
Shut up.
That was a lot of fun.
You made it.
I did.
I tried to get the Andor stuff underway as soon as you popped out. So
yeah, I had to take care of a cabal issue, but
all
is good. So
good.
Yeah. But yeah, enjoy stuff, folks.
Yeah. Find and it's okay. It's okay if you don't like stuff. You just don't need to convince everybody else to also not like it just because you don't.
And don't feel like you have to like something. Like I've spent a lot of time trying to like Andor, and it's okay to just not like it. It's okay.
Yeah. Like I appreciate the fact that you've tried several times to watch the Legend of Vox Machina. I don't blame you. Like, I think it's great. I think if you got farther, you might like it, but I also understand you've given it a shot and you can't get there. That's totally fine.
Yeah. I mean, there's some stuff that you'd watch and you like right off the start. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get through, and sometimes you have patience for that. Sometimes you don't. So
yeah.
Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you look at the dice on your desk and you want to eat it because it looks like a piece of candy, and you realize you're going to break your teeth. Yeah, because it's not candy; it's a dye.
It's yeah, and
Yeah.
it's probably really bad if you swallow any of it.
Exactly. What you got coming up this week?
This week is the week before the week leading up to ZoloCon. And this is an official, semi-official Wolf King announcement here. Dirk and the official Wolf King setup will not be at ZoloCon at the end of February, beginning of March, 2 weeks. But the Wolf King crew, myself, Nate Armstrong, Patrick Boyle, and Brian C. will be there with customs. I think Brian might have some of his parts there. I think I'm going to check with Mark Rivera. I might have some of his parts there. But we'll have customs, and I'll have some of the stuff I'm selling off as long as there's room for it, like my other collection stuff. But we will still be there with Wolf King stuff represented. It just won't be the full Wolf King spread. Dirk's just got a lot going on, and I'll be making a post in the Wolf Den this week about it. But just wanted to give everybody a heads up on that. So this week and next week is going to be me getting everything ready on my end for ZoloCon coming up in 2 weeks.
Wolf King spread sounds kind of dirty, just so you know.
Yeah. Wolf King smorgasbord.
There you go. I have a How'd They Do That dropping tomorrow with Jared Tanner, aka the Legion Forge, for members. It'll drop for everybody else on Tuesday. I'm also working on my travel toy video for my Vegas trip. It'll probably be broken up into 2, maybe even 3, because there's just a lot of stuff there. So that hopefully will be dropping later this week. And then sounds like maybe the last containers came in for 4 Horsemen for the Rising Sun. So hopefully they'll start getting that out soon, and I can get into that and start doing some exploded figure reviews. I like to break apart a bear. That'd be cool. So
nice.
And then next week,
speaking of,
we should be coming back next Sunday, right?
We have a show next week, yes. But next week also ends the Infinite Legions, right?
Yep.
The Infinite
Pre-order.
Legions
Yep.
pre-order for Archon the Cruel and Oksana the Inquisitor. So make sure if you're ordering those ahead of time, go ahead and do that over on Store Horseman. And I know we're going to be gearing up for a lot of talk about the Kickstarter for the role-playing game soon. I know, Jeremy, and they've been teasing stuff out the last week or so with some new figures and stuff. That freaking female wizard looks freaking, even though it's a lot of reused parts, which is totally fine. That's the whole concept of the line. It might be one of my favorite new figures that they've announced in a couple of years. So
very cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited for her, and I mean everything with the role-playing game. So
yeah. And speaking of role-playing games, we should be doing a Legion's Quest tomorrow night after Legion's Lounge, so that should air Tuesday or Wednesday for anybody that still remembers us doing that. So.
If not, head over to the Let's Go Off-World podcast channel on YouTube and look up Legion's Quest, where we have 26 sessions. Well, I think 25 because one of them got lost. We did a recap. 26 sessions, one slightly missing, of adventures set in the world of Mythos with myself, Curtis, Trevor, Nate, and Bill Dernowski from Legion's Lounge, and Joe Gonzalez is our GM, because we're not stepping on that copyright. We sure don't.
Okay.
I have some ideas.
Tune in to find out, folks.
It might be a prelude to ZoloCon stuff, is my thought, but I don't have anything locked down yet. So unless you have some other ideas before then, we'll go with that.
Cool.
Yes. Awesome. Tunimator. Awesome. Yeah. We're up to 26. So episode 27 will be coming out. Like Curtis said, probably
and
Tuesday
we just leveled up. We're at level 6 now, folks. It's about to get real. So
yes. Get your math rocks, get your glasses, get your actually, and until next time,
What's on your shelf?
No.